you're fucking happy and you motherfucking know it, clap your motherfucking hands. If you're fucking happy and you motherfucking know it, clap your motherfucking hands. If you're fucking happy and you motherfucking know it, and you really motherfucking wanna motherfucking show it. If you're motherfucking happy and you motherfucking know it, clap your motherfucking hands.
Hey Siri, play Escape from the City. Woo. Oh yeah. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around. Have to keep moving on. Guess what lies ahead? Only one way to find out. Must keep moving on ahead. No time for guessing. Follow my plan instead. Trusting in what you can't see. Take my lead. I'll set you free. Follow me. Set me free. Trust me, and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Follow me. Set me free. Three? Even Siri has misspeak sometimes. Follow me, set me free. Trust me, and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Prove it to you. Follow me. Oh yeah. I almost broke character there when I misspoke. Hello, 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 everyone. I hope you're all having a good, great, awesome, outstanding, amazing evening this fine evening. Tonight, we're doing something a little bit weird. For those of you who were there for John's stream this past Saturday, you might have seen him play a game called A Marbles Muse. We're playing that game tonight because during that stream I may or may not have bought it myself because I may or may not have been convinced on getting it. And now we're trying it out on stream because we can. And yeah, it's a dating simulator where you can date marbles. Don't laugh too hard. You did activate my dad's Siri and it actually played Escape from the City. Oh my god! Amazing. That's incredible. Oh my god. But yes, we're gonna be playing A Marbles Muse. If you're wondering about the pin message, that was actually on the Steam page for this game. It has a content warning, and it basically says, this game features a panic attack, instances of accidental misgendering, grief, and the mention of a sibling's passing. Please be advised while playing. Which I do think it's really nice that they did that. I do think that's really nice. So yeah, just giving you a heads up, it does feature that content, so like, be advised while watching me play through this, but otherwise, sit back and enjoy while we date some marbles. Alright, let me get it set up real quick. Let me turn up the game audio. Hello, Gabby. Alright, I'll turn up the game audio in just a moment. I just need to do something on my phone real quick. I want to pull up chat on my phone. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Let me try the volume right there. Can you guys hear the game audio and me okay? Also, I'm sorry, but I do not speak Spanish. I'm sorry. The settings menu does have sweet aesthetics right off the bat. Okay, so this audio should be good. Okay. Right, let's return. A Marbles Muse. If I need to make any sorts of adjustments, let me know, but otherwise, we will keep going. Alright, let's start a new game. Day 1, welcome to Liliana. Liliana, I just got a Steam achievement. It's a small island country near the United States, but thankfully not close enough to have to deal with their constant barrage of problems. By the way, we probably won't hear it for a while, but apparently there is a song in this game that's actually composed by Sab Irene, which I think is really cool. So, yeah. Liliana's right here. You just have to look closer. Maybe I should give you a hint. Look closer. It's there. The third freaking text dialogue in the United States is already getting roasted. See, you were able to find it. I'm proud of you. Liliana is so tiny that they don't bother putting us on the map or even giving us a zoom in like other islands. You win some, you lose some. In this case, we lost in geography. However, we make up for it in everything else. Despite how small we are, we're filled to the brim with life. Everywhere you look, there's something going on. Everyone's life is rolling on forward. Babies are being born, marbles are graduating college and moving up in the corporate world. Some settle for a smaller life while others chase their passion, whether that be opening up a shop, restaurant, or small nonprofits. Then there's me, stuck in my studio apartment looking at my easel and completely dissatisfied with what's in front of me. To some, it may look like a beautiful abstract piece. To me, it's an ugly piece of trash not worthy of seeing the light of day. No, this won't do. I toss the canvas away, condemning it away to exile with the rest of its brothers and sisters. The wooden flooring of my art studio is strewed with piles of waste material. Minutes, hours, wasted on nothing worth showing or talking about. Whoever created the artist block should be smited, but I'm sure they're a higher being, so that won't happen. Mood. Which artist hasn't been their mood? Exactly. Maybe one day their peers will realize the terrible anguish they've placed upon the world, and they will be banished to the pits of Hades if they aren't there already. Me right now. I roll over to one of my shelves to take a gander at some of the new paint I purchased from the store recently. Need some parakeet? I got it. Maybe a dash of raisin? Yep, I have that too. Yet, with all these weird colors at my disposal, they just don't spark anything. Maybe I just need some new colors? Lately, I've been working with darker tones. Maybe something a little brighter might be what I need? You got hooked on the game too? Yes. Don't judge me. No. I tried that last month after attempting to replicate one of Hovik Zarabian? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hovik Zarabian's works. If I could grab my chair... I almost said grab my chair. Freaking... I can read... If I could grab my hair and pull it out, I would. However, I am among the thousands of marbles in the world without hair. Oh, maybe I can make a painting that tackles the beauty standards within marble society and how both sides, with and without hair, feel inferior to the other. Pieces with social commentary are very important, especially in this day and age. But then again, there's plenty of pieces about this topic already. What value can my voice bring to the table that's unique? Would anyone even care about what I'd have to say when so many other marbles have done it before and have done a way better job at conveying their message than I ever could? Oh, what am I supposed to do? I take out my phone and do a quick search. Oh, the internet is always here when I need some guidance. I type in artist's block help. Short, sweet, and a true sign of my lack of patience to type out a full question. The first result that pops up is 10 helpful ways to overcome artist's block. Well, I sure hope it's helpful, otherwise why post it? I tap on it. I scroll down, passing the introduction paragraph and straight into the list below. Number 1, don't freak out. Too late for that. How does she type that? Actually, since you bring that up, Jolt, the main character that we're playing as, Clark, is non-binary. They go by they, them. So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Also, thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy your stay. So yeah, Clark here is non-binary. Number 2, clean your space. Clearing your area will help get the mental gears turning. I take a look around at the messy room. Yeah, I'll get to that later. I scroll through the rest of the list, closing every ad for the next best glass care product. Number 9, try out some art challenges or even some art prompts. I forgot. You're fine, Jolt, don't worry. Some art prompts? That sounds like a lot of fun. I remember seeing a ton of cute posts on Margram where a ton of artists made art based on a singular theme for the whole month. I should try doing that. Words from years ago suddenly come rushing to the forefront of my mind. Will the greats like Edouard Manet put out something like this? Yes or no? Never mind. I scroll to the next and final suggestion. Hopefully it'll be something useful. Number 10. Go outside and experience the world around you. No, the outside world is a dangerous place. A couple of days ago, I tried painting at the local park, but that only resulted in geese chasing after me and ruining my painting. This is a weird game. It seems like that, but it's actually surprisingly well written. Honk. Note to self, never go to the park and use geese as your muse. They apparently don't like having their chaotic essence captured. Wait, a muse? I repeat that word out loud. The rusty gears in my brain are finally starting to turn again. That's it! I need a muse! Oh, thank the heavens for those hell spawns! Why didn't I think of this sooner? Every great artist needs a muse. Edouard Manet with Victorine Mirorent, Da Vinci with the Mona Lisa, Gustave Klimt with the famous fashion designer Emily Louise Flogue. If I pronounce these names wrong, I am so sorry. Gami and their team did such a good job from what I've seen. It's cool that they even got Sab Irene involved too. If I can just find someone that stands out from the rest of the crowd, I'll finally get to work on my next piece. And who knows, maybe someone from an incredibly prestigious art gallery might wind up seeing it and will want it in their collection. I would join the ranks of the elites. I would finally be a good artist. We'll end up drinking fancy grape juice and eating caviar together while celebrating our victory amongst the elite and snobby of the art world. As I'm hyping myself up, getting a bundle of energy that I haven't felt in many sleepless days, one little problem pops up into my mind. Who can be my muse? That's, well, I deflate. No, Clark, you can't lose your momentum now. Think! How do talented and smart artists like myself find their muses? I'm sure some of them knew their muses personally. I hate to say it, but I don't have a ton of friends. I've been so focused on my career that I barely went out and socialized with other marbles. Even in college, I was like that. But you can't blame a marble. When you're so in love with your work and want to get the best grades, there's no time for hangouts. Right? Okay, we're getting sidetracked, Clark. Think! Actually, there might be one marble who can do the job. Someone who's been there for me through thick and thin ever since elementary school. Someone who exudes uniqueness, glassiness, and talent. Someone who I know will make for a good painting. Brain blast! Loco. I can picture it now. Loco, the kind-hearted athlete trying to reach his dreams of going to the big stage, so he and his team can show off their talents to the world. It's perfect! Heck, it could even be my magnum opus! But what if he says no? What do I do then? I'm sure some of my favorite artists pluck their muses right off the street without so much as a hello. I mean, it was like the 1800s and 1900s. That was normal. Marble races? Nowadays, if I were to do that, I'd end up in a jail cell with a creepy cellmate. That leaves one option. I'll have to meet new marbles. Get to know them, butter them up with a few compliments, and then slide in with that sweet question of, will you please be my muse? Yeah, that's good. That'll work. Okay, Clark, time to strut your social skills and charisma that you don't know you have, because it's time to find yourself a muse. I roll out of my apartment and out onto the lively streets, maneuvering my way past a couple walking their dog, fighting the urge to pet it. Will Cinder hate me for this? Oh no, I'm scared. You're on a mission here, Clark. You can't afford to get distracted. Oh no! A tiny poster on a tree that's only being held up by a few pieces of tape catches my attention. Up-and-coming band Dreadball will be premiering their new single, Bunny of Evil, as well as other classic songs written by lead singer Deadrock. Seating is limited, so get your tickets in advance. Deadrock? I think I've heard of him online. From what I can remember, despite having a relatively small following, his fans are quite passionate. They go on and on about the band's rock songs, his mysterious and dark persona, and how cool his mohawk looks. And I will say his mohawk is really impressive. Normally I wouldn't go downtown since that's where the troublemakers hang out at. But maybe a change of scenery and crowd is what I need to get my creative juices flowing again. I'll have to check that out later. I mean, I only have 5 hours to kill. For now, I can look around town to see if anyone else catches my eye. There's a popular candy store called Candy and Rolls close by. With how busy it is, there's bound to be plenty of potential subjects there. Though it might be best to go see Loco at the track field rather than try and talk to a bunch of strangers first. Freaking Skylar, god damn it! We're yodeling our way down the city! Woohoo! Good lord, you people are nuts. Alright. Where should I go? I'm assuming the choice doesn't really matter because this is kind of like our introduction to the characters and all that, so I'm gonna go to the track field first. Wesker! The track field sounds like a nice start. It'd be good to see Loco after being holed up in my apartment for a week. Or maybe 2 weeks. I've lost count at this point. Anyway, I can ask him if he's interested in being my muse. That way I don't have to meet new marbles, and I can finally get over this artist block of mine. I just have to hope he says yes. Your song of the day is the Galaxy Reactor from Super Mario Galaxy? Hell yeah! Gods, I hope he says yes. This summer, one little purple marble in a beret is struggling to find their muse. Will they find their muse by rolling around at the speed of sound? Seems like they've got places to go, but as long as they follow their rainbow, they should be okay. But will they continue following that rainbow? Find out in A Marble's Muse. Rated PG-13 in theaters everywhere Friday. Oh my god. I waited at the bus stop and looked down at my phone, scrolling through my social media pages, liking and sharing every piece of art that I see. Gotta support my brothers and sisters in the community. As I sent a message asking someone to credit an artist properly, people need to do that more often, honestly. The crediting artists, I mean. The bus pulls right up to the curb. Granted, it was 10 minutes late, but hey, that's what you get for relying on public transportation. Soon enough, I'm at the track field. A couple of youngsters get off the bus with me, rolling their way toward the track. That's when I spot the lilies doing their thing. The team is composed of marbles Loco met in track during high school, all of whom are as passionate as he is. There's Asiatic, the former leader of the track team before Loco took over. I would say he's the more normal of the bunch. Then there's Orienped, the more emotional one on the team. One time, Loco invited me out to watch a movie with the two of them. It was some movie about figure skating, I think? Even though the movie was only okay in my eyes, I think Orienped saw it as a great masterpiece. He was bawling when he left the theater. I was pleasantly surprised to see a man dip into his emotions so much. Then there's Turk and Trumpet. They both try to outdo each other in their exercises. I asked Lilco if they hate each other, but apparently not. They just like to push each other to the extreme. Asiatic is by the sidelines, holding a stopwatch and timing Turk. Orienped and Trumpet are sitting on the healthy-looking grass, seemingly taking a break. Then finally there's Loco. He grabs a towel from off the ground and wipes himself with it. Loco! He doesn't turn around, though. Instead, he throws a sweat-soaked towel over his body and hops up the stairs to the bleachers. Did he not hear me? That's weird. Anytime I'm around, his supposed Clark senses something his teammates made up go off. But today is a different story. I roll closer, prepared to shout his name again. Clark! Turk yells my name from afar as he bowls through the finish line. Asiatic clicks his stopwatch. Nice, you're a couple seconds faster this time, Turk. He does a little jump in the air, joining his friends to celebrate his tiny victory. Maybe they know what's troubling Loco. I rolled over to join the rest of the group. I've never been a fan of meatheads, but Loco always reassured me that they are, as he says, cool bros of his. Despite using the word bros, they're not the douchey bros I've seen every now and again. Good. What should we do next now that we've all done our laps? Push-ups? Maybe we can see how many push-ups we can do with one of us sitting on top of the other. No, that's too simple, dude. Think bigger. Better! I vote we go to the city hall and climb up the stairs. If we're going to the long jump, we need to do that. No, Orienped, we're not walking movie cliches, okay? This isn't some tourist trip to Philadelphia. We have to be serious here. We should just jump rope. Orienped groans. You always stomp on my creativity. Orienped turns to me. Defend me here, Clark. You're the creative one. Tell him my idea is good. Orienped deflates as the rest of the team laughs at his expense. See, Orienped, even Clark thinks it's a horrible idea. Turk nudges him playfully. We have to think big, okay? We're training for the Marble Palooza after all. Ah, the Marble Palooza. It's one of the biggest marble sports events. It features a variety of events similar to what you see humans compete in: swimming, track, and long jump. However, in recent years, they've added more colorful events so they could compete with the other marble events. There's now horse racing and rhythmic gymnastics. I've always pictured Loco wearing a tutu, waving around a red ribbon. It's always been his dream to attend, but don't worry about it, Ori. I think Clark just wants out of this conversation. You can just tell. Turk turns his attention over to me. So you're here for Loco, right? Yeah, I wanted to see if he could be my muse for my next painting. Thank you for the lurk, Prince Dusk. Ooh. 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 The jocks suddenly turned into a bunch of little schoolgirls. Why are they making this such a big deal? Even Orion Pet quickly get over his defeat just so he can join in on the shenanigans. I don't understand jocks. It's magic. Oh, it's magic. You know, never believe it's not so. That's really cute. Cute? No, this is serious business. I'm stuck and I need his help. The shrieks only get louder. The kids from earlier are looking this way, wondering what's going on. Please stop. I want people to know me, but not like this. Alright, guys, that's enough teasing. Clark's getting embarrassed. Finally, someone showing me mercy. Honestly, they do this all the time whenever Loco and I hang out or when I mention his name. I don't get why. Asiatic? I'm gonna say Asiatic. I don't know the actual way to pronounce that, but Asiatic's probably easier. Asiatic points me towards the bleachers. I look and see Loco sitting by himself, staring off into space. What's going on with him? We're not sure. We were actually hoping you would know. After he finished his laps, he went up there without saying a word. Yet here I am, clueless to what's going on despite being his best friend. I'll go ask him. I climb up the bleachers, making my way toward Loco. Excuse me. I wonder what's going on. Why hasn't he said anything yet? I'm supposed to be his best friend. If he can't even talk to me about what's going on in his mind, it must be something serious. I just hope I can help. When I reach Loco, I stand there, taking him in. He still hasn't noticed me yet, which I'm surprised by. Are his Clark senses off today? When I'm in trouble or I'm near, he somehow knows. However, whatever is plaguing him is taking all his attention. His beautifully lily body reflects the sun sky that he's admiring. He's light purple with a tiny lily inside, fully bloomed, which is a trademark look for the citizens born in Liliana. I take a seat next to him, only inches away. It's been a comfortable distance for us both since childhood. Hey. Loco jumps. When did you get here? Maybe 5 minutes ago? I was surprised to not see you on the track. That's like one of your favorite spots outside of the usual burger joint we go to. You like to work out, yet you eat the greasiest foods, which by the way is really weird for someone like you. What can I say? We athletes have to keep a very strict diet of a ton of calories and working out. I say it's a win-win. I get to eat tasty food while somehow still being able to run track. We share a laugh together, then quickly go back to deathly awkward silence. Usually it's a comfortable silence, one where we can enjoy each other's company, but knowing there's something up with him is just weird. What do I say? Maybe I should ease into it. How's training so far? Nothing out of the ordinary. I got here early and did a few laps before the others arrived. Why do you ask? Did something happen? When I got here, they were arguing what to do next. Sounds like the lilies. What do they suggest? Warren Pip wanted to go to the city hall and climb up all those stairs. Everyone else was against his creative endeavor. Yeah, he's been on a rocky binge lately, so I'm not surprised. Last week he suggested that I ride a bike while they all follow closely behind. I wonder what that is a reference to. So what's up with you? Any new masterpieces? Cinder marble. Ask him to be my muse or ask him what's wrong. So, from what I remember seeing in John's stream, I don't remember exactly, like, which choice is a correct choice and whatnot, but apparently some choices actually do dictate, like, whether or not this character will be an option. Okay, are we back? Are we back? Okay, we're back. We're back, we should be back now. We ballin'. Wait, no, we marbling'. I have no idea what happened there, but, we're back now. Alright, give me a second. OBS be OBSing. Well, that was balls. Okay, so where were we? Okay, so as I was saying right before we disconnected, apparently, like, the choices you make when you're interacting with characters determines whether or not you'll be able to, like, ask them to be your muse later down the line. So, if we want Lilco to be an option, we do have to be careful with our choices. In my personal opinion, I think it would probably be best if we just ask him what's wrong. Cause I don't want to. If I notice something's off, I'm not gonna immediately brush it to the side for my own shenanigans. I want to know what's wrong. Before we talk about me, what's going on with you? Huh? Do you actually believe I wouldn't know something is up with you? Your teammates are worried about you too, Lilco. So what's wrong? I really can't hide anything from you, huh? Nope. Lilco sighs as he struggles to find the right words to say. I guess you can say that I haven't been feeling the greatest. Have you ever felt like an utter failure? Wow. Can't say I was expecting to be asked that today, nonetheless by Lilco. Yeah, I definitely know how you feel. As an artist, there's so many times where you doubt yourself if a painting doesn't come out like you envisioned. Your fans can sing your praises, but all you can hear are the doubts storming around in your head. Even now, I'm feeling like that, I guess. Lilco looks at me concerned. I shake myself. Don't worry, we can talk about that later, okay? Okay. Despite his words, the look of concern doesn't disappear from his face. It's just like him, always concerned for me rather than himself. It's like you said, you know? No matter how much other marbles tell me how amazing I am, whenever I look in the mirror, I just see the opposite. I put so much effort into this team and making it the best it can be, but it means nothing at the end of the day. We're still here on this track with no awards to speak of. Lilco. The committee for the Marble Palooza is sending out invitations to the event. I'm guessing you haven't heard back. Again. Lilco nods. Yep. I'm sure they'll reach out to you guys soon. They can't ignore the raw talent that oozes from the lilies that much longer. Yeah, sure. He sounds dejected. I wish I could do more. Anyway, I appreciate you asking, Clark. It's nice to get this off my chest. I can't really talk to the team about this. It isn't very captain-like, you know. Yeah, I understand. Feel free to talk to me anytime about this stuff, okay? Enough about me, though. What's going on with you? Oh, is it even fair at this point to ask him for a favor when he's feeling the way he is? He should focus on his own problems instead of mine. Clark, what is it? I'm dealing with a really bad case of artist's block. I can't paint or draw anything without scrapping it. I was expecting feels Yep, apparently, like, this game is surprisingly, like, well written. But I think I found the answer to my problem. And what's that? I found someone to be my muse. And I was kind of thinking that you could fill in that role. You want me to be the subject of your next piece? I nod. I mean, who better than my childhood friend who I've made a ton of crazy memories with? You're perfect. I'm glad you think I'd be good enough to be in one of your paintings. But I'm going to have to say no, for now at least. His voice drops to a whisper. What? Why? You sounded so excited about it just now. If I'm not good enough to get into the Marble Palooza with my hardworking team, then I don't deserve to be honored in a painting of yours. But you are good enough. That's why I'm asking you to begin with. Thanks, Clark, but I'm sure you're just saying that to try to make me feel better. But I'm not! You're my best friend, Loco. I have no reason to lie to you. Loco hops off the bench and turns towards me. Look, I have to get back to the boys and decide what we're going to do next for training. I can't afford to have them argue all day about it. His laugh sounds so forced. I'm sorry, Clark, but you'll have to find someone else. I know you will. But I'll see you later. Loco goes to join the rest of his team, leaving me to fester in my defeat. What am I going to do now? With Loco out of the question, I guess it's time for me to sprout my wings and fly out of my comfort zone. It's time for socialization! I hop on the bus back to the city, but not without giving one last glance at Loco. He's laughing with his teammates as if nothing's wrong. Loco, why aren't you being honest with them? What are you scared of? It's a quiet ride back into town. Taking a quick glance on my phone, I still have some time to kill before the bar opens, so I should check out the most popular candy store on the island. Candy and Rolls. Yep, okay. So the choice didn't really matter. We were gonna visit both places no matter what. They're well known for their homemade taffy. On new releases, the line goes out the door. I've never heard of taffy being so good it has marbles lining out the door like it's the new Maple phone release. It makes me wonder what's the secret ingredient. Pencil alert dance? Oh god. Whatever it is though, their taffy's been good enough to stomp out the rest of the competition, and swiftly too. I wonder who I'll encounter there. Kids hopped on sugar for sure. Perhaps adults with a sweet tooth? Oh, maybe even someone going through a midlife crisis and having to stuff their face with candy to drown the pain? Well, there's only one way to find out. There's actual pencil alert? Wait, oh no, hold on. Oh, wait, I love this. Wait, I love this. This is from Sandslash. It's me as an uwu marble. That's so cute. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Thank you, Sandslash. Well, there's only one way to find out. I throw open the doors to the store, intent on finding at least one marble that might be good enough to be my muse. Then I lay my eyes on a pink marble carrying a bunch of boxes of taffy. That motherfucker thinks he doesn't have talent. Look at that! Welcome to Candy and Rolls. I'll be with you in a jiffy. Jeffrey? In a Jeffrey, yeah. I'll be with you in a jiffy. I just need to stock up on our amazing homemade taffy. I can't help but feel welcomed by her enthusiastic greeting. For being a retail worker, she's an enigma. Do you need some help? Those seem to be a lot of boxes. No, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. As soon as those words leave her mouth, she trips over nothing and the boxes go flying. Oh no! The boxes hit the floor, one thud after another. Thankfully, none of the taffy falls out. The girl sighs in relief. Oh, thank goodness. I don't think we could have afforded any losses. I help her get the boxes. I reach out to the last box and freeze as I look up to see her doing the same. We're rather close. Oh! She jumps back, an almost missable pink blush spreading across her glassy body. Here you go. Thank you. She runs away from me to get back to her work. Well, that was something. I look around the store, not seeing anyone else with an apron on. Is she the only one here? Why doesn't this place have more employees, especially considering how popular they are? Sorry for the wait. My name is Cotton. What's your name? I've never seen you around here before. The girl rolls behind the counter, leaning against it. Clark. And yeah, I've never been here before, actually. How did you know? I know everyone that rolls into the store. My father told me it's super important to get to know your customers. That way they'll keep coming back and we get more money. Are you sure you should be telling a customer that? Oh no! Please forget I said anything. Okay, I will. I won't. Are you an artist? She looks at my beret. Ah yes, the telltale sign for any artist. Yeah, did my hat give it away? Yeah, that's so cool! What are you drawing? Or painting? Or claying? Is that a word? I paint for the most part. Nothing at the moment. I'm looking for a muse. Muse? She stares at me as though trying to understand what I just said. I stand waiting awkwardly. Oh! The light bulb in her head finally went off. Like the idol group? No, Cotton. No. Excuse me? An idol group? What the hell is she going on about? As I look at her perplexed at how she stumbled upon that answer, she passionately talks about this group. She proclaims her love for them and how their songs are, as she calls them, a bop. As much as I love it when someone is passionate about something they love, I can't help but be filled with confusion as to what's happening. I feel called out. I use bop. Who's your favorite? No, I think you got the wrong idea. A muse is a person who is a source of inspiration for an artist. I have no idea about the muse you're talking about. Oh. Yeah. Awkward. That's so cool. I'm glad artists use people's inspiration. It can really build up someone's self-confidence. Yeah. Hello. Sorry, Cotton, if I'm interrupting your talk with your friend, but I'm ready to check out. Oh no, pencil alert. God damn it. I turn around to see an older marble, waiting to check out. Oh my gosh, Agatha, I'm so sorry. The older marble rolls past me and dumps her little cart full of delicious sweets onto the counter. Oh, don't worry your little head about it. Clark, you should look around the store. We have a ton of candy that might help with your creative juices. I highly recommend our candy-coated popcorn toward the back. Okay, thanks. I roll deeper into the store as Cotton takes care of the customer, who started chatting about her grandchildren or something. I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be a dick. She's kind of endearing. Nonetheless, she's kind of right. Candy would be nice to have for later when I go late into the night with my art. Or maybe I could use the candy as an offer for someone to be my muse? Oh god, I don't know which one to go with. Athena, could you help Daddy choose? The sour gummy worms or the sour gummy bears? I look up and I see a light blue marble. He's not alone either. In a baby pouch securely wrapped around his body is a darker blue marble. Ah! She tries her best to grab the gummy bears. That kid is going to grow up well. Good choice, but should I go bigger? Those big gummy bears sure are tempting. He turns his baby towards a shelf full of even bigger gummy bears with all kinds of flavors. Grape, ew, cherry, green apple, blue raspberry, and more. Come on, grape isn't that bad, Clark. You name it, they have it. I look around and true to the guy's word, there's a different colored bear for each flavor. The bright yellow one labeled as lemon, and a green one labeled green apple, excuse me. Catch my eye. He was just looking at sour candies, right? Maybe I should suggest these two to him. Since he decided between something sour earlier, maybe you should get the lemon or green apple one. Ah, you're right, but that doesn't make it any easier. God, I'm so bad at choosing. I always have this little one help me out. Grem, and Green Powers. Grem and Green Power Star Fusion. Green. Oh my god. Grape is delicious and I will absolutely die on that hill. While it's definitely not my top flavors, I have come to appreciate grape a lot more over the years, so yeah. Agreed. Aw, that's adorable. Even though she can't have any yet, she seems to know how to pick them. The name's Tony. Yours? Clark. What's the little cutie's name? Her name is Athena. Athena, say hi.
Uh-huh?
I'm sure that means hi. In baby talk, that can mean anything, but for now, I'll take it as a hi. Hi, Athena. I say in a high-pitched voice, or excuse me, hi, Athena.
Papa!
I'm Clark, not Baba, but now I regret that my mom didn't name me that. So what is it that you do, Tony? Oh, nothing interesting, I promise you. Anytime someone says that, it means they do something pretty cool. Would you consider a software engineer cool? Listen, that requires an understanding of a ton of math and code. That's essentially out of my realm, and anyone who can understand that stuff is pretty legit in my book. A light pink blush appears on Tony's face. Thanks. I do all my work at home so I can take care of my little blueberry over here. What about you? I'm an artist. What kind of paintings do you do? Traditional, but I occasionally do digital work from time to time. But the easel and a paintbrush in my hand are my tools of trade. Nice. I wish I had an ounce of creativity and some skill. I think I rival Athena's art. Art isn't easy, but if you keep on practicing, you'll only get better. Who would have thought I'd be getting life advice from a stranger in Candy and Rules today? We both share a laugh. Then Tony looks back to the shelf full of candy. I'm on the hunt for some candy. Pulling a late shift today. I'm going to need all the help I can get. How much candy do you need exactly? You're looking at giant gummy bears. A lot.
Yeah.
Yep, Athena, I agree with that. No, that's... Oh, yep, Athena, I agree that... Okay, so we're choosing to continue Clark's sentence here. Again, I do not want to be a dick, so... I'm not gonna judge people's eating habits. Instead, I'm gonna say, Tony should get green apple. Daddy should get green apple. It's a sweet, underrated flavor, but I'm glad someone else knows the greatness that is green apple.
Ah!
Green apple it is. I'll be wrong to ignore such a beautiful marble. I stare at him blushing. Tony stares at me back, stunned at what came out of his mouth. Did he really just say that? And why's that compliment making my insides do jumping jacks? I mean, I think that you look amazing? No, that's not right. Come on, Tony, pull yourself together. Tony mumbles under his breath. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at flirting. I can't help but giggle. It's cute seeing him be all flustered over a compliment he gave. Thank you. It's not every day that you get a sincere compliment from someone who isn't a creep. Oh, good. That's good. I mean, it's not good that you don't get complimented, I mean. It's good that you appreciated it. What a nerd. I'm going to check out before I make myself look like a bigger idiot. Tony hurries up and grabs the gigantic green gummy bear, nearly stumbling doing so. Well, do you want anything? As a thank you for helping me pick out something. Oh, no, I'm good. You've been here long enough. I would hate to keep you here any longer. Thanks anyway. Maybe next time? Oh my god, he's basically ranting random. Tony is raining and Clark is Shantae. Then does that mean I'll see you around? I guess so. Have a wonderful day, Tony. And bye, Athena. I send her off, my voice at an octave higher than usual. Tony rolls past me, heading straight to the register with his sweet. I hope he likes it. For now, I should get something on my own. What do they have here? It turns out a ton. My mind is so overwhelmed by the choices that I just end up filling a tiny bag full of chocolate buttons. I roll up to the counter, ready to cash out. So any plans later? Huh? I'm curious. I'm always working, so I don't get to have too much fun. Maybe your boss should hire more people. I noticed that you're the only one here. My dad doesn't hire anyone he doesn't trust. So her dad owns the place. But again, I don't see him. And where is he? Oh, running a real estate business. He's always busy with that, so I'm usually stuck here to watch over the store. The only time I ever get out is to go to class. Huh, real estate? Can't say I expected that from someone who also owns a candy shop. Interesting. I take care of the bills. Taxes, you know, all the math that comes with running a business. Wait, you handle all of that? Really? Mm-hmm. Well, since this place is still up and running, she must be good at numbers, or at lying to the Marble Revenue Service, one or the other. But why can't her dad do that? It isn't enough that she's running this place all by herself. Jeez, now I'm starting to feel for the poor girl. She mentioned that she has classes to attend to. Does she even sleep? So, what are you doing later? I'm still on my mission to find a Muse, so I'm checking out the town to see who sticks out in my mind. I was thinking I could find someone at a bar. Aren't there usually colorful folks there? Which bar? Maybe I'll see some of my friends. I don't think I want to meet her friends. Jaded Rock Pub. No freaking way! That's where Dreadball is performing! Are you a fan? Of course! I wish I could see them play, but... Cotton sighs. I'm stuck here. Just promise me you'll listen to their performance. You don't want me to get anything signed? No, that'd be too much trouble. I'd rather they just get more attention. They try so hard, I can tell, yet no one knows who they are. They only get to perform at bars and stuff. It's been that way forever. If they can get more popular, that's more than enough for me. Cotton hands me my receipt and bag of chocolate. Have a wonderful rest of your day, Clark, she says in a loving voice. Thanks, Cotton. You too. I roll out the store and pop one of the chocolate buttons into my mouth. What time is it? It's almost 8. Huh, time flies when we're actually being productive. Dreadball's performance will be starting soon. I should head over to the bar. This game is definitely interesting so far. I'm actually kind of digging this. I can't decide on who my favorite character is so far though, but we'll keep going. We'll keep going. After spending a long time confirming my age with a rather scary bouncer, I'm finally allowed into Jaded Rock Pub. Seriously, how do I not look over 21? Is it the beret? Is my rather clean and clear looking features? Who knows? Done? Oh no. Oh! Wait, hold on. Look at this! This is so cute! I love it! We got little berets on! Oh, that is super cute, Mel. I love it! I love it, I love it, I love it! Okay, so we do have an options like save and stuff if we need to. Yeah, we can save right here. We can go to the main menu if we need to. We got options. Okay, so we can go to the options at any point. Okay, that's cool. That's actually good menu design right there. Put it on the fridge. He's just jealous. Entering the bar, I feel like I'm in a completely different world. Everywhere I look, there's shady looking marbles my parents definitely warned me about when I was younger. A few were dressed up in biker gear, casually protecting the jukebox while holding a jug of beer in their hands. Then there's some rowdy, tattooed muscleheads who look like they just got out of jail and aren't afraid to go back. Well, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? At least that's what my mom would always tell me. Watch it! I spin around to see a bright pink marble with a noticeable gash yelling at a customer. Surrounding him are a bunch of white marbles with what can be described as colorful specks decorating their bodies. I was expecting way more, like, actively dating marble rather than a whole pre-written story and setting. Oh, we'll get to that, don't worry. We're currently, like, building up and, like, meeting all the dateable characters and all that, so... Because we gotta get introduced to the characters, you know? They're almost like jawbreakers. I'm sorry, Andre. Please forgive me. I didn't mean it. Your pathetic little apology won't magically pick my drink back up off the floor. If you didn't mean it, pay for a new drink of his. If you know what's good for you. I just paid for all your drinks. I don't have any more money. Sorry, what was that? I don't speak excuses, pal. You want to repeat that, Kovidar? You know what, Kovidar? I like you. So I'm gonna do you a giant favor and stop you right there before you make a giant mistake. I expected a lot more weirdness and even some curseness. No, this game is actually surprisingly deep, and like I said earlier, it's surprisingly well written too. After all, we wouldn't want little Susie to know that her daddy is sleeping with the fishes, would we? Eek! The poor guy is backed into a corner, ready to give a prayer to anyone or anything that can save him. The pink marble with a scar pulls the suited one away. Gojo, Tim, Bob, back off. The guy looks like he's gonna piss himself. Plus, he looks around and lays his eyes on me. I quickly hide behind a table. We can't have witnesses, remember? They back off, giving the poor marble some much-needed space. The pink marble playfully shoves into him. Get us the most expensive drinks on the menu, won't you? The guy nods meekly. Of course, Andre. Anything for you and your boys. He quickly rolls over to the bar, and the menacing pink marble named Andre turns back to his lot, who are just eating this up. Geez, mental note to self, avoid them at all costs. Once things have settled down, I come out of hiding and take a seat at the bar. What would you like, kid? Takes every glass fiber of my being to not reply with a, yeah, Gramps, I would like a... Instead, I take a moment to consider what I should get. Not a fan of beer, unlike the many patrons here. I glance at the drink menu beside me and a couple drinks catch my eye. A mojito and an old-fashioned. Mojito is a little tame for a place like this, but at least I know it's something I can handle. If I get an old-fashioned, maybe the bartender wouldn't look at me like I'm some chump who's out past their bedtime. Then again, I don't know if I want to have a heavy drink. Does the choice really matter here? Huh. Mojito or an old-fashioned? I think... You can save here, maybe? Oh, yes, I can save here. Okay, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Again, that's really good game design, actually. I just pressed the right button on the mouse, and yeah. Yeah, I don't know if there's a right or wrong choice here, but better safe than sorry, right? Brain cell moment. This calls for... And Skylar was killed before she could finish her sentence. Dang, I can't yodel again. Yeah, the yodel has a cooldown. Just because I don't want people spamming my alerts too much, because I do admittedly get overwhelmed if alerts get spammed, so yeah. The laptop's time zone is kind of wonky, so it doesn't sync with, like, the timer on Twitch. I gotcha. I think I'm just gonna go the safe route and go with the mojito. I gave him my order. You know, despite the dark lyrics accompanying the instrumentals, the song is a total jam. So I have no idea when it actually ends the cooldown. I mean, I gotcha. It's a weird combination that just works. And that's in part thanks to the great singing. I turn to the stage to see a black marble whose body has red stripes, and to top it all off, a white mohawk that makes him stick out like a sore thumb. So that's Deadlock. To know a bubbly girl like Cotton is a fan of his is just mind-boggling. The song concludes. The drunken crowd sloppily applauses. Thank you, everyone. We'll be performing more songs in a bit. Just gotta grab a drink. The band exits the stage. While his bandmates group up to chat, Deadlock makes his way straight over to the bar, and it just so happens that he takes a seat next to me. Aw, I feel so honored. What would you like, Locke? A dark and stormy, Mike. Dark and stormy, huh? Even his drinks are edgy. So the usual. Gotcha. It'll be ready in a sec. The bartender slides me my drink. Here's your drink, bud. Oh, thank you. The bartender turns his back to me to work on Deadlock's drink. The star turns towards me, eyeing me up and down. Then he glances at my drink. A mojito? What? I take a sip of my drink through the black straw. The mixture of a strong mint and flavor, along with a tiny little punch of rum, composes a beautiful harmony in my mouth. How is it possible that something can be so sweet yet sour at the same time? Drinks are a science I'll always stare at in awe. Gotta say, when looking at you, that's about the drink I expected. What do you mean by that? You look like someone who likes something mild, not too heavy on the alcohol, and mixed with a lot of familiar flavors so the liquor goes down nicely. Excuse me, sir, but mojitos are a delicacy in my eyes and are also amazing. Am I right? Are you calling me a sissy? You said it, not me. Is it bad that I want to punch this guy? The bartender hands Deadlock his drink. Mojitos are nice as long as they don't go crazy on the mint. He mumbles a thank you and takes a giant gulp without much of a reaction. Nice song you performed up there. Thanks. Took a long time to write. Gotta say, I wasn't expecting a rock song about how evil bunnies are. What inspired that? I can tell you haven't listened to the rest of Dreadball's songs. Don't worry, I ain't gonna hold it against you. My band and I like to take something cute and turn it on its head. In folktales, rabbits were messengers from the dead or sometimes seen as familiars for witches. Huh, interesting. I don't think I can look at a bunny the same way again. I'm a messenger of the dead, everybody! Plus, rabbits are important to me. How so? Deadlock looks into his drink, his reflection looking back at him. Never mind, forget I said that. That sounds sick as fuck, though. A sensitive topic, I see. It's best I don't push him for an answer. So what are you doing here, Beret? Mips has entered the chap. The chap? Yes, the chap. No, the chat. Can't say I've seen marbles like you in these parts of town. Beret? He gestures to my hat. So, Beret, I'll ask again. What are you doing here? I'm looking for something. What might that something be? I've had a creative block, so I thought I should go out and look for a source of inspiration somewhere. Cassandra, do we need science to... Oh, you know. Thought a bar might be a good place to look for someone like that. I see. He stares down into his drink, looking into his own reflection. Listen, from one creative to another, you're not going to find what you're looking for here. Huh? What do you mean? The collective here are basically the dump of this entire island, the lowest of the low. Says the one who just performed in front of said dump. What can I say? I fit in with the crowd. We both take a sip of our own drinks. What I'm trying to say is that you're going to get hurt. You seem too nice for your own good. You ask for a favor, and in return, they'll ask for one too. But they're going to make you do something I don't think you want to do. I think I can handle myself, Deadlock. I'm not saying you can't. What I'm saying is that you'll have better luck finding inspiration somewhere nicer and more your speed, like a park or something. Deadlock downs the rest of his drink. Take care, Beret. For your sake, I hope you don't come around here again. Deadlock hops off the bar stool and heads back on stage, readying up for another song. A swell of anger fills up inside me. What does he think he is? I'm a fully grown marble. I can handle people like this. I finish off my drink and stomp off toward the exit as Deadlock prepares for his next song, Your Dark Heart. When I roll outside, I'm immediately greeted by the cool breeze and a bunch of marbles who are eager to get inside. I maneuver around them despite the glares they're sending my way for daring to gently push them out of my way when they wouldn't do it themselves. One of said marbles is a menacing one I saw earlier. Speed roll, Clark, speed roll. Where's the bus stop again? Maybe Deadlock was right. Coming here was a bad idea. Not only is it filled with shady folks, but I have no idea where the hell I am. I pull out my phone, leaning against a building in a more secluded part of town. I quickly search up where the nearest bus stop is. Bit by bit, the blue search bar fills up. And let me tell you, when I say bit by bit, I truly mean bit by bit. It's just taking its sweet time loading up the search result on my map app. Come on, phone, hurry up. I don't have all day. Hey, kid. I look up from my phone to see an unfamiliar light green marble who is only inches away from me. I wish this guy heard of personal space. I wouldn't normally mind it, but his breath smells like rotten fish. Hello? You lost? Fishy breath. Sorry, just the name Fishy Breath. Yes? If you're looking for the bus stop, I can show you to it. Are these the kind of marbles my parents warned me about? No thanks, I got it. My stupid phone is just taking a while. Thanks, though. I put on a happy, thankful tone and distance myself from him. He closes the distance eerily quickly. You sure? You can't really rely on tech these days. Some marbles brush your teeth? I guess so! Yeah, I'm good. Thanks again, though. Phone would be really nice right now if you could load the damn results so I can squeeze my way out of the situation. But leave them alone! Suddenly, something comes out of the corner of my eye and collides into the stranger. What the hell? Is that a ninja? Even in the darkest of days when you feel like all hope is lost, I, Nimble Moon, will strike and save poor defenseless marbles from evildoers like you. I just got an achievement saying, "Holy crap, a ninja!" But I was just trying to help. Silence! Diamond kick! The ninja kicks them, causing the marble to groan out in pain. Stand down or else I'll be forced to use my super secret technique to bring you down. The ninja turns to me. Now, citizen. The ninja grabs me. I will bring you to safety. Without my permission, the ninja runs, dragging me away at lightning speed from the stranger wailing in pain. In the name of the moon, I'll punish you is all that's left. Wait, slow down! I cannot! If I slow down, more of them will come out of the shadows and attack us. I just know it! Trying my best to keep up while holding down my precious beret, the eccentric ninja brings me out the darkly lit alleyway and into a part of downtown that's a little less devious. Nimble Moon stops, looking around. Ah, here we are. Look, it's a transportation back into civilization. I turn to see the bus stop I've been searching for. The mysterious ninja walks me over to it. Here you go. The marble places me down onto the bench like a child and takes a seat next to me. What are you doing? Stand guard. You can never be too careful. Oh, okay. We sit there in silence. 5 minutes go by, then 10 minutes. All the while, Nimble Moon stays on guard, looking around for any shady figures to protect me from. So how do you start off a conversation with someone dressed up as a ninja? I could just say thank you for saving me, keep it simple. Or I could ask them about their moves. They mentioned a super secret technique. I don't know if ninjas like to keep that sort of thing private. I think I'm just gonna do a simple thanks for saving me. Thank you for saving me, Nimble Moon, the fastest ninja the universe has ever seen! Okay. Yeah, Nimble Moon. Thanks for saving me. I really appreciate it. No problem, but please be careful next time. While I'm always out on the prowl, I can't be everywhere at once. I have to cook dinner now. Have a great rest of your stream. Thank you, Mel. Appreciate it. Super secret technique. First you do this, spin around, stop, double take 3 times. I unfortunately haven't mastered that technique yet. I see. Don't question it, Clark. Just don't question how someone thinks they can just clone themselves without the use of a cloning machine, if that even exists yet. How long have you been at this saving marbles, Gib? Gib? Gig. Gig. I meant gig. What the fuck is a Gibby? A few months. You'd think someone like them would be in the papers or online. I can picture the headlines now. Lady praises a mysterious shadow in the night for saving her and her son. Gibby. Gibby! Oh! That reminds me, there's this streamer. I forget their name, but they have a thing on their stream where randomly within the first 5 hours of their stream, in the background, Gibby will just fall from the ceiling and land on their floor. And the best part is Gibby just stays there for the rest of the stream. I almost wrote Gabby. Oh my god. If Gabby falls from the ceiling, then I'll be concerned. Really? I can't say I've heard of you before. No matter. Whether or not my name gets recognized by the public means nothing to me. As long as I can save the public from evil, that's all that truly matters to me. Don't you want to get recognized, though? You bring up a good point, citizen. Clark, you have a point. If the entirety of Liliana knows of my presence, then crime rates will go down. At the same time, I could be taken down. I'm not sure if I can afford that right now. That's probably the most logical thing this marble has said since they saved me. Hi, your bus is coming! I can see the headlights from the bus shining off in the distance. I would take you home myself, considering how slow buses can be, but that wouldn't be very hero-like of me, would it? I guess they have a point there. After tonight, I don't think I would want anyone I don't know becoming aware of where I live, even if they're a weird ninja that just saved my life. I guess not. The bus promptly comes to a stop, opening its doors for me. Thank you again, Nimble Moon. I can't believe I just said that with a serious face. I hope we don't meet again under these circumstances. Good night, citizen. Then before I can even blink, the ninja jumps on top of the bus, causing it to shake from the sudden impact. They leap onto the bus stand and then a building, disappearing into the dark night. I'm standing there taking in the amazing display that just happened before my very eyes. Did I really just see that? Loco should consider recruiting them for the Marble Palooza's long jump event. Hey, is your friend going to pay for any damages that might have caused by jumping on my damn bus? They're not my friend, I don't even know them. I get onto the bus, ignoring the stare from the bus driver, and plop down into a seat. I look out the window, gazing at the passing city lights and buildings as the bus takes me back home. Day 2. My muse is... Another day, another few hours staring at a blank canvas, deep in thought. Yesterday, whether it was by grace of God or another higher being, I was able to meet a handful of colorful characters. They're able to stand out among the crowd, for better or for worse. It might be worth my time to see them all again, if possible. My stomach growls, reminding me that I slept in and skipped breakfast today. Ugh, damn hunger. What mess did exist? I don't really have the time to sit down and eat at a restaurant, but I also don't want to get something that won't last me until dinner either. I should treat myself with something from the nice convenience store down the street at some point today. Their fresh sandwiches are always a delight. So where should I start? I think we should start by saving our game, and then we are going to go to break. I just turned on Animal Crossing and already I have Huck and Pico hanging out. Alright, I'm gonna turn down the volume there. And yeah, when we come back, we are going to continue on with our day and see where the marbles take us. See you guys in a bit. Hi, so I'm back, and while I was gone, I decided to look stuff up about this game to make sure I was making like the correct choices so I have more options for dating and whatnot. And that drink option that we had earlier, if I can pull up the screen real quick, where is it? Okay, there we go. I almost burped there, sorry. But, apparently the option that we picked there was actually the wrong option. So, yeah, my question to you, chat, is should we go back and pick the option that allows us to, I'll go ahead and spoil it. Basically, the drink options determine whether or not, deadlock becomes a dating option. I'll go ahead and spoil that. Should we go back and pick the correct option for that, or should we just continue on and not worry about it? I'm curious for his route. Okay. I don't know exactly like which route I'm gonna go for yet, because I do want to like get a feel for the characters more, but I do at least want like all the options to be there for me. So I think I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'm gonna go back and, yeah, letting will lose unsafe progress. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. So I'm gonna go back here. I picked Mojito. That was the wrong option. We're gonna pick the old-fashioned. And that'll allow us to, like, have deadlock as an option. So, yeah, I'll do that. I give him my order. I just realized I forgot to turn the music back up. Sorry. My bad! Alright, so we can just skip through most of this dialogue since we've already seen this. Sage, Lake Flock, Dark and Stormy Mike, Dark and Stormy. The star turns towards me, eyeing me up and down. Then he glances at my drink. I take a sip of my drink. Oof, it's been a while since I had something this strong. I mean, it tastes great, it's smooth and sweet, but I still have to stifle a cough. Next time, Clark, how about you work your way up to a strong drink like this one? Whiskey? Huh. Taking a quick look at you. You don't look like the type who would normally be drinking that. Are you saying I can't handle my liquor? Maybe. I hate to break it to you, but my intuition's usually right. Well, I'm full of surprises. Let's just say this is my first one of many. Heh. Cute. The bartender hands Deadlock his drink. He mumbles a thank you and takes a giant gulp without much of a reaction. Okay, so I think we're good to continue on now. Nice song you performed up there. Thanks, it took a long time to write. Gotta say, I wasn't expecting Roxanne about how lethal bunnies are. Would inspire that. Okay, yeah, this is all dialogue that we've seen already, so we can just speed through this. Alright, and then we can go through this. Go through the whole spiel again with fishy breath here. And then the ninja comes in! Also, if you're worried, don't worry. That's the only option that we messed up on. Everything else we've been doing correct so far. So that's the only thing we needed to go back and fix. Alright, thanks for saving me. And now we speed through this.
Cyclone!
And that is a raid from Teagle. Thank you so much. Let me run some quick countermeasures. Thank you. Hope your stream was good. Hope you had fun playing some Smash Ultimate. To those of you who are new here, I am Cinderblaze. You can call me Cinder, Cassie, whatever you like. I'm a variety streamer. I play mainly Nintendo and Sega games, but I like to play other stuff every now and then as well. And tonight, we're trying out a Marbles Muse, a marble dating simulator. A dating simulator where you can date marbles. And it's actually pleasantly surprised me with how well written it is. Like, I'm enjoying this. But yeah, we just got done, like, going back and fixing an option and fixing, like, a choice that I messed up on. So now we're just kind of skipping through dialogue here to catch up back where we left off. Alright, on to day 2. There's the stomach grumbling. We can overwrite this now. Alright, and now we should be good. My stream is doing well. That's good to hear. Alright, so if I remember correctly, the choices here do not matter, because we'll be going to all these places no matter what. So, where should we go first? Go to the track field, go to Candy and Rolls, go to the convenience store, or go downtown. Where do you guys think we should go? I'm gonna leave it up to y'all, chat. Clark was just talking about, like, for a reminder of, like, the dialogue and stuff, Clark was just talking about, like, how hungry they were, and they were talking about maybe potentially going to the convenience store to get a sandwich or something. Kenny's Music Shop, JK Candy. It might be biased because Sweet Tooth, also I kind of like Cotton. Seems like Candy is majority, so yeah, we'll go to Candy and Rolls first. I should swing by Candy and Rolls. I'm sure Cotton's dying to know my opinion of Dreadball. I get on the bus and spend my time on my phone because, honestly, what else can you do besides look out the window? Soon enough, I'm back in town. I hop off the bus, rolling in the direction of Candy and Rolls. I open the door and see Cotton talking to a familiar duo, Tony and his daughter, Athena. Have you found everything okay, Mr. Cerulean? Your total is 1326. I wonder what he got this time. All his items are hidden in a large paper bag. Yep, I found what I needed. But you know how it is. I always have trouble deciding. It's a good thing that you have the most adorable little helper with you. Cotton reaches out and touches Athena's cheek.
Papa!
Gosh, I could just eat you up, Athena.
What?
Tony hands Cotton a $20 bill. Don't actually eat the baby. Please don't eat the baby. And before chaos infiltrates the chat. $6.74 is your change. Cotton quickly opens the register, pulls out the correct amount of change, handing it back to Tony. Good God, did she just do that in her head? She didn't even bother looking at the screen for the change due amount. I would have at least needed a calculator for that. Oh! Cotton finally notices me, her eyes beaming with excitement. Clark, are you back for more of those chocolate buttons? Can I interest you in today's batch of taffy? I'm all set, Cotton. I shouldn't have too much of your candy in such a short period of time. I need to pace myself. Otherwise, I feel like I might end up buying your entire stock and then turning into a giant piece of candy. Tony turns around, his expression softening when he sees me. If it isn't my savior from yesterday, thanks again for helping me pick out some candy. I would have been there for another 30 minutes without your help. Not to mention the sour flavor from the green apple was just what I needed to get me through the workday. Happy to be of service, Tony. I rolled up toward the two. So how are you two? I should be asking you that. You went to Dreadball's performance yesterday, right? How was it? Did you like it? Did Sane crowd surf? One question at a time, please. Also, I think the crowd at Jaded Rock Pub are the last type of marbles who would participate in a crowd surf. They seem like the type who would rather do a violent mosh pit or something. Tony chucks to himself. Or chuckles to himself, not chucks to himself. How do you chuck yourself? I see Cotton's tried to get you on the Dreadball too, Clark. Though in my opinion, they don't match up to some of the legends in marble history. No, you are not going to sway Clark's opinion on Dreadball. They're the best, Tony. You hear me? The best! I beg to differ. I think the Marble Boys have a slight edge over Dreadball. Oh no, I don't want to get into a mini Battle of the Bands debate. I'm not here for that. Anyway, I thought he was fine. There's this weird aura about him, though. When I mentioned to him I was looking for a muse, he told me to leave. What? Really? I thought musicians liked being painted. You know what? That's what makes Deadlock and his band Dreadball so cool. They're so different and mysterious. As Cotton drifts off into Dreadball land, the light blue marble rubs his body curiously. His baby he doesn't have arms. How do you rub your body if you don't have arms? His baby mimics him. If you don't mind me asking, where were you? At the Jaded Rock Pub downtown? Why? Tony's smile disappears and his expression shifts to something mixed of shock and worry. You went there? Are you okay? I'm okay, I promise. I'm a lot stronger than I look. Balls didn't have the arms. I decided to hide the fact that I was saved by a ninja from a creepy marble. Though it seems Tony's shock and concern was enough to break Cotton out of her dreamlike state, because she turns to us with a curious gleam on her body. What's so wrong about downtown? Cotton, sweetie. That's where a ton of criminals hang. I heard that the mafia even lurks there on occasion. My mind immediately goes to the scarred pink marble and his lackeys. Really? I go there all the time with Daddy or Gojo whenever I need to pick up ingredients for the store, and nothing's ever happened to us. Oh, speaking of, Daddy! She rolls out from behind the counter and past us toward the door. I turn to the direction she's going in and... Oh, shit. Well, that marble looks familiar, doesn't he? Honey, I see you're holding up the shop well. That's her dad? The one who threatened a poor guy? My luck keeps on getting worse. Behind him are his lackeys, the one with the eye patch, another chewing on a toothpick, and the third one whose suit is certainly too big for him. Has no one told him to readjust that tie of his? Or does he use that long tie for nefarious purposes? He did tell that one marble that something bad was going to happen to him, and that little Susie wouldn't be happy about it. I gulp. Cotton hugs her dad, while his three henchmen stand behind him with kind expressions on their faces. It's always nice to see you, Cotton dear. Tim and Bob nod in agreement. Oh, Gojo, thank you. How's her injury healing up? Why is she so kind to these guys? Does she not know they nearly beat up a dude yesterday? Pretty well, but I think the eye patch fits me, so I'm thinking on keeping it. You should. If it gives you confidence, then I'm all for it. Gojo blushes. Cotton's dad turns to face him, glaring. Let's hope he doesn't need two of them. Whoop. Well, shit. The blush disappears and Gojo turns into a meek figure, something unlike the display he put on yesterday. Anyway, we're going downstairs to discuss. He turns his attention to me and Tony. Ah, Tony and... Clark! No, Cotton. Why'd you have to be kind and tell him my name? Who knows what kind of connections he has? Clark, it's a pleasure to meet you. Cat's got your tongue, huh? Anyway, we have to discuss some business. You know how it is, dear. Business, my shiny glass ass. My shiny glass ass. I love that. Oh, okay. Let me know if you need any help. Her dad nods and the group of men pass by us, heading straight for a brown wooden door toward the back of the shop. The door opens, a dark, almost abyss-like entryway inside. My shiny glass ass has to be the raid message. You know what? Yes. Hold on. Okay, Sam wrote it. I'm pinning that. Hold on. Done. My shiny glass ass. The best part is I think I know who we're gonna raid after this stream too, so. They head in, disappearing into the darkness, the one with the suit making sure to close the door behind him. It's always nice to have Daddy in the shop. Cotton halts when she notices Tony and myself standing in shock and fear. Babe, you blind me with your shiny glass ass. Are you two okay? Does she really not know what her dad does? Who he truly is? I don't want to break her heart. I'm not gonna say anything. It's best if I don't say anything. Nothing. I was just thinking about what to get for candy. I wanted to try something new, but I'm overwhelmed by all the choices. Really? Oh, for the love of God, buy my lie. We have some caramel popcorn here. Oh, and some fresh caramel apples. I made them this morning. She gently taps a glass container that the apples sit behind. I'll take 2 of those, please. Excellent choice. Including tax, that'll be $8.21. She gets behind the counter once more, putting the 2 caramel apples into their own plastic wrapping. How did she buy that? I must be a better liar than I thought. Clark, the money? She looks at me expectantly. Oh, right. I take my wallet out from my beret. Looking through it, I find $10 and hand it to her. She gives me my change in no time. It was nice to see you again, Clark. I hope to see you tomorrow. If you do, I'll have a special treat for you. Yeah, sure. If I have time, I'll be sure to stop by. I'll just have to make sure your dad isn't here first. The less I see him, the better chances of me living to 30. Great! How about this? She hits a few buttons on the register and magically, blank receipt paper comes out. She tears it off the machine and grabs a pen, furiously writing something down. Here's my number. Let me know by tonight if you're coming tomorrow. That way I can get up nice and early to make you retreat. She hands me both the candy apples and her number. Oh, here's your order, Mr. Cerulean. She passes the large brown bag to him. Thanks as always, Cotton. I'll see you tomorrow. Ooh. Clark, I got something to talk to you about, if that's okay. Oh, sure. Tony rolls out the store and I follow closely behind. Once the door closes softly behind us, Tony sighs. That was scary, wasn't it? You're telling me. I quickly explained to Tony what happened last night at the Jaded Rock pub. I see. So my gut was right about him then. We've bumped into each other a couple times, and every time I've made sure to keep our conversations brief. Even then, you're pretty brave and didn't even flinch when he stared at you. I must have a great poker face then. You don't even have a face. You stood your ground instead of running out. You really are great. I mean, you looked cool. Super cool. Thanks. What else am I supposed to say? Oh, I have something for you. What is it? Do you have it, Athena? Oof! Aww! Look at that! That's so cute! Huh? Athena reaches out to me holding a piece of paper. I take the piece of paper from her. It's a drawing of me. Under it are scribbles, which I presume was supposed to be my name. Pencil alert? She insisted that she gave that to you. When I took it away from her, she got upset and started crying. It's cute. Let me tell you, she has a future in art. Look at how well she captured me. Beautiful, don't you think? I put the drawing in front of me, examining it deeply as if it were a giant map. Now that you mention it, yeah. Athena points at the drawing, then points to the real me.
Mama?
Athena! Flush on Tony's face gets darker.
Mama!
She grabs a hold of me, not wanting to let go. She looks so happy, while Tony looks completely embarrassed by the whole situation. Athena, let go of her, please. Oh, I can't help but wince at the mention of her. She's not your mom. She's... I'm so sorry, Clark? Clark, are you okay? You know, despite all the times I've corrected Marbles, it never gets easier. The anxiety is still just as bad as the day I came out to Loco and my parents 3 years ago. This is confirmation that Clark is non-binary here, yep. You never know how someone might react. Will it be positive or negative? Will they be supportive, give you a nonchalant shrug, or throw an onslaught of harassment your way? You just never know, especially when you're dealing with strangers. But I've come this far on my journey. I'm not going to pretend to be someone I'm not. There's only one option here. Correct Tony on your pronouns. I do like that that's the only option here. I like that. I take in a deep breath and quickly exhale before looking straight at Tony. Just so you know, I use they, them.
What?
Huh? I'm non-binary. Tony stares at me, stunned. Clark, if he doesn't get it or wants to fight you about it, that's not on you. That's on him for being a giant ass. Sorry for my ignorance, but what does that mean? Huh? I'm not really familiar with it. Is it a bad thing? I mean, I've heard the term non-binary, but I thought it had something to do with math. But clearly it doesn't. Math? Is that what his mind went to? Really? Well, I guess it's better than what he could have said. I look like a total idiot right now, don't I? No! I mean, it is kind of funny that's what your first thought was. It's not what I expected. What were you expecting? Acceptance or ignorance? Like the bad kind of ignorant where you tell me I can only be male or female, something like that. Why would I tell you that? Oh my god, I'm not an ass. He looks down at Athena. Dummy. I just didn't know anything about it. Numerator and denominator. Shut up. I give Tony a quick rundown of what non-binary is, and as he nods, I notice his body lighting up with understanding. Oh, okay, that makes so much more sense. That's neat. So, they, them with you? Yeah, that's what I feel comfortable with. And comfort is key. Exactly. Thanks for telling me, and correcting me. Sorry that he had to deal with some jerks in the past about it. Better off without those fools in my life. Exactly, it's their loss. They've missed out on getting to know an awesome marble. Huh? I'm sorry for Athena calling you her mama. That probably didn't help, did it? It's okay. I'm actually okay with being called that. Plus, she's just a toddler. I don't think she can conceptualize anything outside of her favorite toy. Tony looks off into the distance. Tony? You know what's weird? She hasn't used that word in a long time. Totally thought she forgot it. Guess not. Huh? I should head home. It's getting close to Athena's nap time. But, if you want to talk to me later, I could, text you. If that's okay with you. Oh, sure, that sounds great. Tony and I exchanged phone numbers. Cool. I'm going to head out. I'll see you later. Of course. Tony rolls rolls away, whispering something to himself. I wonder what's wrong. I told him everything was okay. Did he not believe me, or is there something else that's bothering him? I'll have to think about that later. For now, I have to worry about myself. For now, I should get going. I have other marbles to see today. Where should I go next? Alright, where should we go next? Track field, convenience store, or downtown? What do you guys think? Also, one thing I do absolutely love is how well they handled that conversation there. Because, like, they handled that really well. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by how well they handled Clark being non-binary there. Downtown before it gets dark? That's not a bad idea, actually. Downtown? Right, seems like people are voting for downtown, so let's do that. I'll swing by downtown and see if I can find Deadlock. Dark, scary places seem to attract him if what he said last night was any indication. I wait for the next bus, but unfortunately, it's crowded at this hour. The rest of the passengers and myself pack into the bus like sardines, craving even an ounce of breathing room. We make little stops here and there, allowing the bus to free up in space. I stand holding tightly onto the railing until we get downtown. Where should we go today? I heard the carnival's in town. Maybe we should try winning Locke a huge stuffed animal. The last time we got him one, I swear there was a little excitement in his voice. He just tried to hide it. I turn myself in the direction of where I hear Deadlock's name being thrown. There I see 3 familiar faces, all of them sitting next to each other. I don't know, guys. You sure we should? Of course, Finn. Why shouldn't we? The last one you got him barely fit in his room. The bus makes its next stop downtown, where the three get off. Luckily, this is also my stop, so I follow them. It's weird that Deadlock isn't with them. I wonder where he could be. I follow them, keeping a nice distance away. The group ends up in front of the Jaded Rock Pub. The 3 enter the bar with ease. I go in after a weird look from the bouncer. Yeah, screw you two, buddy. They take a seat at a table, giving a waitress their order. This is my chance. I roll up to the 3, who are so engrossed in their conversation that they haven't noticed me yet. Hello? Huh? Zane turns his red, glossy body towards me. Oh, hey, what's your name? Clark. Are you a fan? Actually, I just found out about you guys yesterday. I came and saw your performance last night. Oh, sick. How'd you like it? I only stayed for the first song, but I enjoyed what I heard. Better than nothing, I guess. Glad you like it. You want us to sign any merch? Wait a minute. Finn inspects me up and down, staring at me for a long time. What did I do? I remember you. You were the girl... Marble, please. Ah, sorry. You were the marble that Deadlock was talking to yesterday. What were you guys chatting about? It's a bit of a long story, actually. We're gonna be here for a bit, so we don't mind a long story. Dexter pats an open seat. Come on, a friend of Locke is a friend of ours. Huh, what a nice group of marbles. They're way more extroverted and friendly than Deadlock was. Weird that they're in a band with someone like him. Opposites attract, I guess? I sit down in the open chair, which is situated between the red and blue marbles. So I'm Zane, the amazing bassist. Dexter, I play the keyboard. I'm Finn, the drummer. The 8-bit drummer? Well, it's nice to meet all of you. The food they ordered earlier all arrives. A burger with fries for Zane, chicken fingers and onion rings for Dexter, and a vegan burger with sweet potato fries for Finn. You want a fry? I'm good, thanks. Zane pops a handful of fries into his mouth, surprisingly not choking on them. Bass. The 8-bit Finn. It's weird. You guys aren't giving me the cold shoulder like Deadlock was. Psh, he's just like that to everyone at first. Trust me, he's a cool dude once you get to know him. It just takes forever. Really? Was he like that with you guys? Finn nods, gulping down a bit of his vegan burger. Yeah, at first he wouldn't talk much with us outside of band stuff. I was wondering what was going on with him. Just thought he was shy or that he hated us. Yeah, it took a lot of time for him to open up to us. I wanted to quit the band because I can't be in a band with someone who isn't friends with me. It just wouldn't work. There needs to be some kind of bond there to keep you going. Zane cuts in, speaking loudly as if I'm not directly right next to him. Finn gives him a look, the kind of look where you tell another marble to be quiet. That look. Oh, sorry. Then one night, we all went drinking after a crappy gig where we got heckled by a group of Karens who didn't enjoy our music. Ah, yes, the Karens. Now I'm just imagining like a marble just having like the Karen haircut. I kind of want to see that now, not gonna lie. Zane speaks quieter this time, which is music to my ears. You were heckled? By Karens, nonetheless. Yeah, you'd think we'd be used to hecklers at a place like this, but those women? They're 10 times worse than anyone here, which is a lot to say given who the regulars here are. They were completely wasted. They were wobbling around the bar, slurring their words, and throwing insults at us that didn't make any sense. One of the ladies even tried to take my bass away. That lady got so upset she couldn't steal Zane's bass that she ended up pushing my keyboard down. Thankfully there weren't any damages, but it was still pretty upsetting. I'm pretty sure they lost their jobs the next day. I saw it somewhere online. Good. They shouldn't be allowed to get away with stuff like that. Enough about those dumb ladies. I need to get to the point of the story. Oh boy, finally the point! Zane stares back at Finn pointedly. Finn chuckles, bumping into Zane's side like a big brother teasing his smaller brother. After a few drinks, Locke started to open up to us. He apologized for how he treated us, that he was at fault for us being heckled. Which, it wasn't, but we couldn't convince him otherwise. And then he told us why he kept us at a distance. But, out of respect for Deadlock, I won't spill a secret. That's for him to tell you. Just when we were about to get to the good part. Now we're like peas in a pod. I see. So what's your story? Oh, so I'm an artist. Huh, totally wouldn't have guessed that, you know, with a beret and all. I can sense the sarcasm oozing from his voice. Anyway, I've hit an artist block. I'm sure you guys know what that's like. Misery, despair, hell on earth. Yeah, exactly. Finally, marbles who understand my pain. So I went looking around for a marble who could be my muse. Safe to say, I came here looking for one because downtown holds some interesting folks. Deadlock told me to leave and never come back, basically. He's just looking out for you, that's all. He could have been nicer about it. Speaking of Deadlock, where is he? The group stops eating, giving each other an unsure look. What? He's visiting the cemetery. I mean, he's visiting someone today, that's all. Dexter, hush! Zane elbows him. Hard. Oh, sorry. What I meant to say was that he's just taking care of business. I'm sure that's not all. Does it have to do with that thing that Deadlock is hiding from me? Is he a part of a gang? Maybe he's connected to the Mafia? He's mentioned before how he's a lowlife. Should I pry or leave it alone? I'm probably just overthinking things, so maybe it's not worth looking into. I'm gonna say leave it alone. I shouldn't pry. But my heart aches for Deadlock. Something must have happened to him that caused him to be like this. Is he okay? I'm sure I can ask that at least. Did something happen? Is he okay? Yeah, he is. No need to worry. Dexter gives me a reassuring pat on the back. You don't have any arms. How do you do that? Are you sure, though? I keep that question myself. It's some personal business he has to take care of. Oh, okay. We promise. Finn must have taken notice, judging by how unconvinced I sounded. I may not like how Deadlock acted last night, but if he's going through something, I just hope he's okay. I never wish ill will upon anyone besides the art gods who betrayed me with this artist block. And geese. No need to be all doom and gloom, Clark. You know what would cheer you up? What? Oh god, no, Zane, please. It's time for story time with Zane. Dexter and Finn groan in agony. Story time? Should I be concerned? Aside from being a kick-ass bassist, I know how to tell a good story. Let me tell you the story about Deadlock's super secret obsession. It's not like him at all. Zane, he told me not to tell anyone that. He mentioned how he would kill you for it. I will die a hero then. So anyway, late one night I woke up thirstier than any K-pop I don't know why that line got me. Oh my god. Oh my god. As someone who has been in a K-pop fandom in the past, yeah, that checks out. So I'm standing there, barbecue sauce on my God damn it. Zane called so many people out with that one. Obliterated the fourth wall, probably. But yeah, as someone who was in the BTS fandom for a couple of years and has also been recently getting into Big Bang, that checks out. That absolutely checks out. Oh my god. Hey, have you seen some of those men? Can you really blame them? Okay, you know what? You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, lordy. Okay, point taken. I'm feeling super called out right now. As I was saying, I slowly rolled my way into the kitchen, trying my best to not wake anyone up when suddenly I heard noises coming from Locke's room. I thought it was weird. It was like 3 a.m. What could he be doing? What a pure soul you are, Zane. I went to check on him to make sure he was okay. When I opened the door, Locke was under his covers while Dexter was knocked out on the top bunk. I could tell Locke was under there because there was light coming from under his sheets. As if he was a kid trying to get away with playing his Game Boy after his bedtime. I rolled on over, throwing the covers off of him. There he was, reading a shoujo manga. No way! Yes way! Is this true, you two? I plead the fifth. Same. We locked eyes, and Locke screamed so many profanities. I burst out laughing. The noise woke up a confused Dexter and Finn, who both asked what was going on. I told them about Locke's little secret, despite him trying his best to shut me up. Zane wipes away his tears, holding his body as he laughs, recounting the story. Thank you for the ammo, Zane. I'll be sure to tease him about it the next time I see him. The four of us continue to talk, Zane recounting how they all formed the band. An online ad from Deadlock. For someone who warned me about shady figures, he sure as hell took a risk with that one. The three eventually leave, saying goodbye to me as they do. I leave soon after, so no Deadlock today, but his bandmates did help me figure him out a little bit more. I hop off the uncomfortable bar seat and roll out of Jaded Rock Pub. Where should I go next? Alright, track field or convenience store? We got two options left here. Where should we go? We're gonna end up going to both of these options. We're just trying to figure out where should we go first. Or where we go next, or you know what I mean. Give me some Skittles, but I didn't want to pay for them. And then one of the store attendants came to me and was like, "Put that back." And then he grabbed my arm and I said, "Don't touch me." You know what? Yeah, let's go to the convenience store next. My stomach growls. I shouldn't have skipped breakfast. I'll swing by the convenience store and get myself a well-deserved sandwich. Their egg salad sandwiches are to die for. I head into 1412. The cool air from the AC hitting. Right, 1412. That's a joke on 7-Eleven because 7 times 2 is 14 and 11 times 2 is 22. So 1422. Oh my god, that's clever, honestly. God, I wish I had this kind of air conditioning in my apartment without having to spend hundreds on the electric bill. Over by the counter is a blue and pink marble reading a comic book. She glances up, noticing me. I give her a nod in acknowledgement before heading to the food. I scan the aisle, going through each one and inspecting their goods. 1422. Cassandra, how did you get 12 from 22? Did I actually say 11 times 2 is 22. That's what I meant. If I accidentally said 12 instead of 11, I'm sorry. I scan the aisles, going through each one and inspecting their goods. There's delicious microwavable foods. It's as if someone put their heart and soul into these cheap little dishes. According to the now hiring sign outside, the employees here get paid a lot more compared to the other convenience stores, so maybe that's why the food tastes so good here. If my art career fails, I could always try to work here. Maybe then my parents wouldn't be so worried about my well-being. For now, though, I'd rather follow my passions. Then there's the ramen, a favorite among the college students around here. I remember when I used to binge on the shrimp-flavored ramen during finals, and the countless nights I spent on my portfolio. There we go. It's okay, Cassie, we still love you. Thank you. Good times, I think? After practically window shopping and taking mental notes on what to get next time, I go to the back where their sandwiches are. I pick up my favorites, an egg salad sandwich and green tea from the refrigerator. I roll over to the cash register where there's no one there. Wasn't there someone here when I rolled in? Where did she go? No one's here. Please leave. Huh? Where did that voice come from? Please leave before my manager comes and forces me to serve you. Isn't that your job? I look around trying to find the source of the disembodied voice. Was that high-pitched screaming? The very same marble who I saw at the bar yesterday rolls out from the back. He takes one look behind the counter and sighs. Echo. Eek! The so-called Echo jumps up from behind the counter. Boss! He turns to me. Apologies about her behavior. She's a little shy. A little shy is putting it lightly. No, I'm not! Sure, just please do your job, and stop reading your comic books when we have customers, okay? Her boss rolls back through the door he came from, doing whatever he was doing. Hello, welcome to 1422, I'm Echo, how can I help you today? Huh? I stare at the marble in confusion. What did she just say? I said, welcome to 1422. Did you find everything you needed today? Why does her voice sound so familiar? Please don't make this harder than it has to be. Just give me your stuff and check out. Sounds a lot like that ninja when she was yelling at that green marble, except not as desperate and sad. Then it hits me. Holy crap. Are you? No, I am not Nimble Moon! Stop speaking these lies and give me your food! Well, that answers my question. It honestly shocks me that she's been able to keep her identity hidden for so long, if all it takes is a little social interaction to get her to admit it. Oh crap, stupid Echo! She slams herself against the counter. Hey, you're not going to solve things by hurting yourself. This is my punishment. You found out who I was, and ninja must always keep their true identity hidden. The marble behind the mask. Found out who Nimble Moon is the achievement that I just got. To be fair, you admitted it yourself. Exactly, that's even more disgraceful. Did this girl really save me from someone last night? The Nimble Moon, who spoke so eloquently and with confidence, is actually some socially awkward marble? I put my sandwich and green tea on the counter, gently sliding the open comic out of the way. I take a look at it. Surprisingly, it's not about ninjas, it's actually about a superhero. From what I can tell, the words POW and BOOM colorfully pop out, a signature of superhero comics. Might be a good idea to talk about superhero comics. If I talk about something she likes, she's bound to calm down. However, I do need to get on with my day. I want her to feel more comfortable. I'm going to talk about the comic. What are you reading there? Huh? She's caught off guard by my question. Echo looks at the comic that I'm staring at. Oh, have you read about Fee-Man before? Her tone sounds relaxed now. No, but I've seen him around. It's hard to not know who he is when there are a ton of movies about him and his teammates? Is that what they are? Yes! Her sudden outburst in excitement makes me jump. That said, I appreciate this more than her desperate screaming and asking me to leave the store. Have you seen them? Of course! Though I think the comics are way better than the movies. Really? I think a lot of marbles would disagree with you there. I know, and I get a ton of crap about it online. The movies are great, don't get me wrong. But if you only subject yourself to the movies, you're missing out on a world of comics that aren't as popular to get an adaptation. For example, Aqua Shadow. Okay, she got me there. I've heard of Fee-Man, but Aqua Shadow? Is that a ninja who talks to fish or something? Or a ninja that wears a bright blue outfit, which, by the way, defeats the entire purpose of being someone who's supposed to be stealthy? Hello, Zim. Hope you're doing good. You too? She sighs, noticing my confused expression. She's my favorite comic book superhero ever since I was a little kid. She's super niche, though. Every time I bring her up online, people ask me who that is. Despite being so small and young, she was able to kick villain butt. People doubted her, even the ones she worked for, even her hero agency. But as she kept saving the town, they came around to her. I hope that... Echo leans against the counter, closing the distance between us as best as she can. I can become like her one day. Well, I think you'll get there in no time. Thank you, that means a lot coming from you. Echo checks out my items and puts them in a plastic bag. I pull out my wallet. No need, Clark. Huh? I'll pay for you. Oh, why? I mean, that's kind of you, but why? I have the money. Because even I can still be a hero while in my everyday form. Oh, here we go again. At least she's not hiding away from me anymore. Okay. Plus, it's always nice to find someone who's willing to listen to me talk about comic books. Oh, no problem. I thought it was pretty interesting to hear about Aqua Shadow. I grabbed the bag. Thanks, Echo. It's not a problem. Come again. Will do. I roll out of the store. Well, that was certainly something. So a hero named Aqua Shadow inspired her, huh? Might have to check that comic out. I'm sure I can find it online. I take a seat on a nearby bench, conveniently located outside the store. I unwrap my egg salad sandwich and take a bite. God, this is so good. The bread is incredibly fluffy and sweet, a nice contrast to the saltiness from the eggs and the creaminess from the mayonnaise. I wonder if Echo made this. I should ask her and see if she can cough up the recipe. After all, isn't it her hero duty to help people like me out? If I can have something this good in my life every day, my quality of life will improve tenfold. Though on the other hand, she might be very protective of the recipe. She is a ninja after all. What am I saying? I finish up the sandwich, tossing the wrapper into a nearby trash can. I'll save my green tea for later. Now where to next? Only one option left, so let's go to the track field. I should see Loco. I hope he's feeling better. But the better, more logical part of me is saying no, he's not. I've been in his place before, and when you're faced with self-doubt, it's a difficult place to pull yourself out of. People can say how great you are, but if you don't see it yourself, then it's hard to believe them. Maybe I can take him out to his favorite burger place, Jill's Burgers and Buns. The best I can do right now is take his mind off it and make him smile again. I leave and make my way to the bus stop. The bus arrives a couple minutes late. I swipe my LTA Liliana Transportation Authority card on the machine to pay the small fee and take a window seat. I stare out the window, taking in Liliana's beautiful scenery. Colors of all kinds invade my vision, and as always, the island is bustling with energy. As the bus gets out of the city and into the rural part of Liliana, we pass by the local farmer's market, a crowded affair full of stalls. There are even horses for little kids to ride, while their parents pick out some of the best quality crops the world has to offer. With all this going on, I'm bound to find someone worthy to be on my canvas. I will find that marble and capture their beauty. Soon enough, I'm at the track field and I get off the bus. I stand around looking across the field. I immediately spot out the lilies and roll toward them. However, as I get closer, I notice a few things that set off alarms in my head. I take a look at the bleachers, hoping he would be there again. He's not. What I see instead is Orimpet crying onto Trumpet's glass body, his teammates around him trying their best to provide comfort and support. What the hell happened? Does this have something to do with Loco? Guys, what's going on? Oh god, Clark, the world is ending! My dream of being on the big screen so Mama can see her little boy get a gold medal. Ah! Orimpet's tears flow out like a burst of water that just broke a dam. It's going to be okay, Ori. You'll be going to the Marble Palooza soon. Turk playfully pushes him into Orimpet, trying to calm him down as best as he can. However, the tears keep flowing. Clark, what the hell is going on with Loco? What did you say to him yesterday? I back up a couple of inches away from Asiatic. What did I do? Whoa, slow down. Why are you yelling at me? I only asked him what was going on. That's all, I promise. What did he tell you? He was telling me how he felt like crap, how he wasn't good enough to go to the Marble Palooza. Are you serious? Well, that would have been nice if he told us that before he quit the team. Wait, what? He quit the team? I thought we could tell each other anything. I thought of us as a family. But I guess not, because after practice yesterday, he completely blindsided us when he announced that he was going to quit the team. He didn't even tell me that he was planning to quit. If he wasn't going to tell me, he sure as hell wasn't going to tell his teammates. We asked why, and he didn't tell us. I turn to Trumpet, whose voice is a mix of concern and anger. He just left us high and dry. Loco. Now because of him, we really have no chance of going to the Marble Palooza. We need a team of 5. But what about Loco? What about how he feels? God, the next time I see him, I'm going to knock some sense into that marble. I've never seen Asiatic like this before. He's always so calm and collected. He was basically Loco's right-hand man. I get that he's angry, and he has every right to be. I would be pissed if I was in his situation, but he needs to understand Loco's frustrations too. After all, I'm the only one who has some insight into what's going on with him. Loco could be depressed for all I know, and being angry at him will only make it worse. I think I'm gonna try and calm Asiatic down. Asiatic, you have to calm down. Do you realize that telling someone to calm down is going to have the opposite effect, right? Yeah, I know, but still. You have every right to be pissed, but please, you know Loco wouldn't quit if something wasn't bothering him, right? Asiatic sighs heavily. You're right. Why did he quit then? Yeah, why did he? The entire team turns their attention to me. Like I said earlier, he felt like he had no chance to go to the Marble Palooza. Yeah, but that's not much of a good reason. We've all had that frustration. That damn organization always ignores us because Liliana is a small place. What was it they said to us? That they were sorry, but they can't invite us this year to the Marble Palooza. That we don't fit their vision of a team at the Marble Palooza. Oh, we always have next year? Oh, that one is so sad. I wonder how many times they got that response. That's just PR talk for we're not good enough for them. With responses like that, I can't say I'm surprised that Loco's dream got crushed into little itsy-bitsy pieces. If all my art professors told me things like that, I would have given up on becoming an artist and just took a boring 9-to-5 job instead. Yesterday he told me how he felt like garbage, worthless. Well, he's not. Without him, this team wouldn't exist. Since I started building boats in my garage, sales have gone through the... Oh, Wafa, god damn it. Oh my god. Well, come on in. We're playing a Marbles Muse, which is a dating simulator where you can date marbles. Oh, lordy. And it's surprisingly really well written. Like, I've been enjoying this so far. I hope you guys have been enjoying this too. It's not that easy, Asiatic. I told him that myself and he ignored me, his best friend. After years of failing to realize his dream, don't you think you would be in the same spot as him? Please, just imagine yourself in his shoes. Asiatic becomes quiet. He never acted like that when he was around us. He was always excited and pumped to train. He always did what a captain would do. And as a captain, you have to maintain a strong face. Remember that movie we saw, the one you cried at? I've cried at a lot of movies. A Marble's Journey. Oh no, that one! Oh god, why'd you remind me, Clark? What are you talking about? What was the movie about? Oh yeah, Turk wasn't there when we saw it. I think he went on a trip with his girlfriend during that time. I think back to the movie trying to piece the film's scenes and plot together. If I remember correctly, it's about a dad who kept a strong face for his family despite losing his job. He always told his kids that they would be alright. Yet, when he was by himself, he drank and drank and drank, wailing about being a failure. Loco's happy self appears in my head. The old memories of us as kids, him inviting me over to his house to watch the biennial Marble Palooza. He always looked at the box TV, starstruck. One day, I'm going to be on that podium, holding up 2,000 golden medals. Whoa, 2,000? Do they have that many events? I'll make them, because I'll be that good. You promise to get my good side when you paint me? Of course! I fight back tears of my own when I think... Bleh. I fight back tears of my own when thinking back on a happy, young, and naive Loco. Looking at where he is now makes my heart ache. He can't give up on his dream. I won't let him. I promise I'll get him back. You will? Orenpit sniffs, wiping away his tears. Yeah. We'd appreciate that, Clark. You do a better job getting to him than any of us. You'll have to promise me one thing, though. What's that? Please, when you see him, be understanding, okay? Just comfort him. He's not in a good place right now. Okay. Yeah, alright. We may not like what he did, but you were right earlier. We gotta put ourselves in his track shoes. Why does it always go back to sports with these guys? We promise. They make their promise to me in unison. Just... Asiatic sighs. Just make sure to keep us updated on him, okay? Of course. Thanks, Clark. For now, I'll take Loco's place as captain. He turns to his team. Just because Loco is gone doesn't mean we can slack on our training. Am I right, guys? They nod. Of course. Yeah. It'll be weird without Loco, but if we show him how much our dream of going to the Marble Palooza means to us, he'll have to come to his senses, right? Yeah, dude. Alright. Clark, I'll see you later. See you later, guys. The team rolls away to the start of the track. They start their warm-up exercises. Okay, first things first, I need to call Loco. I pull out my phone and navigate to my contacts. I quickly click on Loco's name and hit the call button. It rings. And rings. And rings. And rings. How many times can a phone ring? Hey, you've reached Loco. I'm not at my phone at the moment, but leave a message after the beep. He's not even answering his phone. Is he stuck in bed, ignoring the world? The voicemail beeps, indicating it's my turn to speak. What do I say? Hey, Loco. Do I bring up his teammates? Will that even be a good idea? He might think they're livid. It could be nice to reassure him that they're not, at least. Not anymore. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. I heard from your teammates about what happened. I'm really worried about you. We all are. Get back to me when you can, okay? Please. I hang up and take a long look at my phone, hoping a text would magically pop up. Then a message notification pops up. It's from Loco. I'll let you know when I'm free, okay? I just need to be by myself for a bit. I quickly type back a response. Okay, let me know when. I shove my phone back under my beret. For now, while I wait on Loco, I should focus on shit. I should focus on what's ahead. Is what the text said. Okay, I was looking at the stream on my phone to see what text I missed. It's getting late. I should really get home. When I arrive back to my place, I stroll into my art studio. I glare at my blank canvas. It infuriates me each second I stare at it. It's time. I need to decide who I should use as a muse. I've met a handful of marbles in the last day or so, all of whom are unique in their own way. I'll be honest, they intrigue more beyond being perfect subjects for my painting. That being said, who should it be? There's Cotton, the sweet but, how do I put this nicely? Naive? Yeah, that works. The sweet naive girl whose father's in the mafia. She's completely oblivious to it somehow. There's Deadlock, the mysterious marble. I'm not entirely sure what to make of him, but there's definitely a reason why he's so cold to the other marbles. There's Echo, a socially awkward marble at day and a ninja at night. I wonder why she's a ninja. Aren't heroes supposed to be confident and be able to hold a conversation? It's weird. There's my best friend Loco, a star athlete down in the dumps, to put it mildly. Then finally, there's Tony, a single parent with the cutest baby around. His attempts to flirt with me are cute, to say the least, but I wonder why he left so abruptly today. I know he said I didn't do anything wrong, but I can't help but feel like I did. Who should I see tomorrow? This is where we can start making these choices. So we've done everything right. We have everyone here. This is all of the potential dating options. This is all of them right here. Oh yeah, good idea. I should probably save. Yeah. There we go. The background is aesthetic. It really is. The ones that personally for me probably there are three that stick out to me the most. Echo, Loco, and Tony are probably the three that stick out to me the most. It's definitely a hard choice, isn't it? Because, like, Loco is, like, our
childhood friend, and I do think it will be cool to, like, go down the route of dating our childhood friend. Tony is super freaking sweet, and his child is super adorable. And Echo is really cute. And the fact that she's also, like, secretly a ninja and whatnot, I think is really cool. It's definitely a tough decision here, huh? Redeem nothing. Oh god, everyone's redeeming nothing. You know what? You know what? Also, this music is really nice, by the way. I know some people may see it as, like, a cliche. Bedtime for me, the magical world of sleep beckons, and Jill still has a copyright on Dreamland. See you on the flip side. Take care, Sandslash. As cliche as it may be, I think I'm gonna go with the childhood friend route, and I'm gonna pick Loco. Loco told me that he would get back to me when he's feeling better, but that was hours ago and nothing. I hope he's doing okay. Maybe I should send him a text message to see how he's doing. Just as my mind settles on my next course of action, a ping from my phone breaks my concentration. Pulling my phone out from under my beret, a sense of relief hits me. Well, speak of the devil. It's a text from the one and only Loco. Hey, Clark. How do you feel about going to Jell's tomorrow night? Jell's? God, when's the last time I've been there? Maybe before I went off to college? It's been so long that I've nearly forgotten the taste of their amazing Crazy Cosmos chicken sandwich. Hang out with your best friend over delicious food? Sign me up. This'll be a good time to talk to Loco and see how he's doing too. Sure, it's been a long time since I've been to Jell's. What time were you thinking? Would 6 work for you? Yeah, that works for me. Great. By the way, how are you doing? For the next few moments, 3 dots pop up and then disappear consistently. Eventually, after a minute of patiently waiting for his reply. I'm okay. Just trying to figure some things out. What are you trying to figure out? Does this have something to do with the lilies? Is right now really the best time to talk about this? Over text, nonetheless? As I'm contemplating whether or not to send the message, I get a new text from Loco. I'm gonna head to bed. Night, Clark. Good night, Loco. Please take care, okay? I will. Don't you go worrying about me. Yet Loco's words do nothing to quell the worry that I have in my heart. When I see him tomorrow, I have to talk to him about quitting the lilies. I want to understand why he did that. Why would Loco give up on his childhood dream? I have to know. No, it's more like I need to know. Rolling into my bedroom, I stare up at the ceiling, my thoughts consumed by Loco until I drift off to sleep. That is a really nice bedroom. Holy hell. I would absolutely sleep in a bedroom like this. This is cool. I want to eat it. God damn it. When Loco and I arrived at Jill's Burgers, the place was packed with customers of all ages. I guess now would be a good time to save. And also, I think it'll be good to keep this save slot around in case I want to like check out the other routes at a later point. So, yeah. This was packed with customers of all ages. It took a while, but we're now sitting down at one of the tables, eagerly waiting for our names to be called so we can grab our food. It must be great flavor. When's the last time we came here together, Clark? Right before I went to college. God, that was 5 years ago, wasn't it? Hey, don't say it like that. You're making it sound like you're getting old, Clark. You're only 24. Loco and I ate at Jill's Burgers every week back in middle school when the place opened up. That tradition would carry on into high school. The reason we came here so often was so that Loco could try all the menu items, which were named after the different marble sports teams. A great pact for the Grim. The Silver Sharks, the Cosmos, the Magentas, Team Mimi, and so on. It's grape! Tony's a marble, not a tiger. There are honestly too many to name, yet Loco managed to memorize every single team. Not only that, but he's the only one on the island that's tried everything on Jill's vast menu. However, once senior year of high school rolled around, things changed. With Loco aiming to become a star athlete and me going off to college, neither of us had the free time to come here together. But being here now brings back fond memories. You remember when this place first opened up and they had that huge opening ceremony? Of course I do. That was the day I got to meet the Rushing Rubies. I still have that signed photograph of their win at the 2000 Marble Palooza framed in my bedroom. I've never seen a little boy so excited for anything as Loco was meeting his favorite team. Loco was talking a mile a minute to them about sports and how awesome they were at the most recent Marble Palooza. He even gave props to the team's reserve member, Robert. Apparently, the guy gets ignored a lot by fans because he doesn't normally participate in events. He only gets put in when someone gets injured. I could tell that Loco acknowledging the reserve member made the guy's day. After spending a bit of time with everyone, eventually our parents had to drag us away so we could eat. However, Loco had one last thing to say to the Rushing Rubies. One day I'll compete against you guys at the Marble Palooza. I let out a little sigh. I wish that fire inside him was as ferocious as it was back then. Clark? Loco saying my name breaks me out of my thoughts. Huh? They called our names. Come on, let's go get our food before it gets cold. Loco gets out of his seat and heads to the counter, but at a slow pace. Back then, he would jump out of his seat and race towards the counter so he could get his usual order as quickly as possible. He was always so eager to chow down on the Rushing Ruby's spicy burger with a side order of Cajun fries. Then he would chug a Typhoon blueberry milkshake so he could cool off from all the spice. He grabs his tray and I do the same, the two of us settling back down in our seats. As I take a bite of my Crazy Cosmos chicken sandwich, I can't help but watch Loco as he chews down on his food, as if nothing's wrong. What is going on in that brain of his? Should I ask him about why he quit the lilies now, or should I wait until later? I feel like if I ask him right now, that could ruin the mood. It might be best if I just wait until we're done eating. After all, it's been forever since Loco and I have been here. I should enjoy the moment with my best friend before moving on to something serious. Then again, would I even get the chance to ask him later? What should I do? Oh, lordy. Yeah, this is where I'm fully blind. Like, some things I obviously remembered from when John played this game on stream, but this is where I'm fully blind. So I do not know what the right choice is here. I think I'll do wait until after you're done eating. I don't want to ruin the mood. I'll wait until after we're done eating and we're in a place we can talk in private. The two of us continue to eat our food. Well, Loco isn't so much eating as he is inhaling it. Slow down, Loco. Don't you remember what they said in biology class? You don't want to overwork your ECL, or at worst, clog it, and then you'll suffocate. Shrugging off my warning, he chugs down a shake. Oh, I accidentally right-clicked there. I was wondering why the save button came up. If I die, I'll die happy with a piece of Rushing Ruby's spicy burger lodged in my throat. Pfft, okay, I'll prepare your funeral then. I'll be sure to say he died as he lived, an avid sports fan. Go Rushing Ruby's. Thoughts and prayers. Taking a closer look at Loco, I notice there's a smidge of hot sauce on his cheek. You're getting yourself dirty, too. Come on, we need you to look good if we're going to have you prepare you for your funeral. Got something on my face? Loco feverishly wiped himself with a napkin, but somehow manages to still miss that itty-bitty spot of hot sauce. It's still there, you dummy. Where? Here. Grabbing a napkin of my own, I reach over the table, careful not to touch any of Loco's food. Gently, I wipe the small red speck off of him. Ooh. Loco's cheeks warm up to a dark red hue, much like a perfectly ripe red delicious apple. There, now it's not there anymore. I reclined back into my seat. What do you do without me? I'm like your third parent. Yeah, like a third parent. If Loco's teammates were here, they would be having a field day with this. They always make something bigger than what it really is. After all, I'm just looking out for my best friend. Wouldn't they do the same if they were in my shoes? Thanks, Clark. Anyway, Loco takes a giant sip of his milkshake and the redness of his body quickly disappears. How are things going with you? Still stuck on what to do for your next masterpiece? I wouldn't exactly call anything I've created a masterpiece, Loco. Why not? I think all your pieces are fantastic. You're the best artist I know. Loco would always compliment me on my art. That's how we... Whoops! There's a typo there. That's how we first meet, actually. You have no idea how hard I'm trying to resist a joke. That's how we first met, actually, is what I'm assuming they were saying. On the first day of second grade, we sat right next to each other. During math, he peeked over at my notebook to see what I was doodling in the margins. To see that I was doodling in the margins instead of writing down money values. I mean, I've yet to see anyone top anything you've made. That horse with the sticks for legs and a giant triangle for a tail? Utter perfection is still one of my favorite things you've done. Ah, thanks. I know since he's my best friend that he's supposed to care about me, but deep down, part of me wonders if what he's saying is actually the truth. Is my artwork that good? Or is he just saying that to make me feel better? I don't know if it's offensive, actually, so I'll hold off. You can DM it to me if you want to. Because no matter what, every time I try to put a pencil to paper, I immediately discard the idea from my mind because it isn't good enough. If the world's... Oh, that's another typo. If the world saw any of my ideas, they'd consider me a sham of an artist. The greats like Edward Manet wouldn't even... Edward Manet? Manet? Whatever. Let me check DMs real quick. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Good lord, Skylar. The greats like Edward Manet wouldn't even think of putting out something like this. I wonder, what would he think of my drawings from when I was a kid? Would he also be disgusted by my childish doodles? Not offensive? I personally don't think it's offensive. I think you'll be okay, Skylar. If I can't create something as great as history's best artists, then I might as well not create at all. But I can't give up yet. Not until I've exhausted this Muse option first. Third parent? So do I call you mommy or daddy? Oh my god. I missed when you sent me your works in progress. Huh? You missed that? Back in high school when I got my first phone, I used to send Loco all kinds of pictures of my projects. Once I got my artist block, I stopped doing that. Every time I saw what you were working on next, I don't know, got so happy knowing that I'm best friends with someone as talented as you. Me? Talented? That isn't a word I would use to describe myself whatsoever. Yeah, you're super talented, Clark. What makes you think you aren't? Me, myself, and I. Loco points a fry at me. You know what's so great about you, Clark? My incredible beret. Besides that, my killer sarcasm? Okay, your sarcasm is fantastic, but also no. I have no freaking clue then. What is it then? Loco tosses a french fry into his mouth and swallows it. It's that you saw so much value in everything that you just had to draw it. You drew a sunset, someone shoveling their driveway in winter, excuse me, and a raccoon digging through trash. If it existed, you sketched it. When I went through all your sketchbooks in high school, I was left dumbstruck because, 1, I can't draw to save my life, but 2, which is the most important one, no matter what it was, you drew it because you thought it was worth capturing. You see everything in this world, even the most mundane things, as beautiful. I wish that more marbles saw the world through your eyes. If they did, this messed up world we live in would be a better place. For a second, I'm left speechless, a mixture of emotions conjuring up inside me. Happiness, fulfillment, all stemming from knowing my best friend sees value in me and my work. He thinks my art is beautiful. Well, the way I see it is that you don't take the assignment seriously at all. It looks like a complete joke. However, there's also a third feeling in the pit of my stomach. One that's swallowing everything else up and consuming me. Look more at their works and emulate them instead of doing this. It's doubt. What if what I drew back then wasn't beautiful? Maybe in reality it wasn't worth drawing at all? Well, you drew it for a reason, right? Why are you doubting yourself now? Do I have to beat someone up? No! It's just that when I look back at my old work from years ago, I don't feel nostalgia or a sense of accomplishment. Instead, I feel disgusted that I produced horrible quality art like that. Loco studies me, a concerned look plastered on his face. Listen. I know you're in a creative rut right now, so maybe you're doubting your value as an artist, but believe me when I say that your artwork is fantastic. Nobody can take that away from you, not even yourself. Unable to say anything, I reply with a hesitant nod as questions swirl around in my mind. Is Loco right? Is my artwork really fantastic? Are all those ideas that I've thrown away into the bin really something worth drawing? Is my artwork pleasing to look at? How can I match up to the great artists in the past? A giant part of me is yelling, no, your work means nothing unless it can be exactly like theirs. But there's this tiny meek voice that's telling me to believe his words and, for once, complete a sketch without throwing it away after a few lines. When you start working on your next piece, do you mind sending me pictures of how it's coming along? I'm not sure if that's a promise I can keep. We'll see. I'm not sure you'll get any works in progress pictures anytime soon. It's like an art teacher telling a student not to draw anime-esque art and instead draw the way school wants them to. This is... yeah, I'm pretty sure this is hitting a lot for the artists here. Loco gleams. I don't mind waiting, Clark. Will I be able to produce something in a reasonable time, if at all? I'm not sure. For the remainder of our time at Jill's Burgers, we focus on finishing our meals. Loco downs the remainder of his meal in a matter of minutes. I, on the other hand, am the last one to finish as my mind is elsewhere, trying to wrap my head around our conversation. When I finally finish eating, we leave Jill's Burgers. Whew, I needed that. Thanks for coming with me, Clark. No problem. There's no way I'd ever pass up spending time with you, Loco. This reminded me of a SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob loses all of his abilities after listening to Squidward, which ironically is kind of funny because of Squidward. I'm just taking a sip of water real quick, don't mind me. The two of us roll towards Loco's car in the Jill's Burgers parking lot on the side of the building. The cool night sky breeze causes me to shiver just a bit. Hey, Loco? Yeah, what's up? How do I approach this? I told myself that I was going to talk to Loco about him quitting the Lilies, but I don't have a game plan. I was hoping to think of one while we were eating, but I got so distracted with my own problems that I didn't have time to do so. The two of us enter Loco's car, although it's an old Toyota model from the early 2000s. That's a pun in Toyota, isn't it? It looks completely brand new. The inside doesn't even show the tiniest bit of wear. I suppose when you own a car and have to pay so much to keep it, you need to keep it in top condition. Why did you quit the Lilies? Loco sighs. I figured you were going to ask me that at some point. Loco reclines in his seat and looks up at the ceiling of his car. Loco, I don't get it. Your dream ever since you were first able to talk was to go to the Marble Palooza. That's the thing. I was a dumb kid who thought he could accomplish anything if he put his mind to it. That's not how life works, Clark. Loco's eyes glisten with tears, his voice sounding defeated. I thought that I and the rest of the team were good enough to make it to the Marble Palooza. As captain, it's my job to make my team the best they can be. But they just keep rejecting us. No matter how many letters I sent them trying to convince them to give us a shot, no matter how many videos I sent them of all of us training, none of it was good enough. We still got rejected every single year. I left the team because I was so tired of feeling like that. Maybe the others believe that they can go to the Marble Palooza, maybe even other worldwide competitions, and I hope the best for them. But I can't put myself through that pain again. What do I say here? What can I say? When he graduated high school, Loco only focused on becoming a world-class athlete, joining the Lilies, and even becoming captain because of his skill. He's tried for 7 years to achieve his lifelong dream, and what does he have to show for it? Nothing. His once affectionate confidence that could rally even the most defeated marbles to believe in themselves has been crushed to dust. It's heart-wrenching to see what Loco has become. I'm sorry. Those are the only words I could think of to say. It's not your fault, Clark. I mean, you've supported my dreams for as long as I can remember. But dreams are just exactly that. Dreams. There's something far out of your reach that are never meant to come true. Loco. Let's get you home, Clark. I'm sure you have better things to do than listen to me being depressed. Loco starts up his car and drives out of the Jill's Burgers parking lot. The car ride is eerily quiet. Normally with Loco, I wouldn't mind this. Even when the conversation dies down, unlike with other marbles, we don't feel awkward. We don't feel like we need to say or do anything to fill in dead air. Each other's presence was enough. But that's not the case here. It's just like the other day when I saw him hanging out on the bleachers by himself. There's something on both of our minds. Words that need to be said, but we're both too scared to say anything. Eventually, we arrive outside of my apartment complex, yet I sit there not wanting to move. I want to say something. I want to say something more than I'm sorry to my best friend. If I can find the right words to say to him, maybe, just maybe, he might consider joining the Lilies again. Maybe he just needs to remember why he's put so much time and effort into this dream of his. Why did he want to go to the Marble Palooza in the first place? Or why did you? Okay, sorry, my bad. They're asking him. Okay, I misread that, sorry. Why did you want to go to the Marble Palooza in the first place? Yeah, my bad. What? All I ask is that you remember why you wanted to go there in the first place. No one just dedicates all their life to training for something they felt half-heartedly about. I've seen marbles, young and old, change their career paths because what they were originally doing wasn't exactly how they envisioned it would be. I don't know. I know you know, Loco. Maybe you've just forgotten about it because of all the misfortune that's come your way. Honestly, I don't blame you for that. It's a similar situation with me. I lost who I was as an artist because of someone telling me that my work wasn't good enough to be considered art. Instead of being Clark, I'm just a carbon copy, mimicking the works and styles of those from the past. I may have not given up creating art, but I've certainly given up on being myself. Just think about that when you've come up with your answer. Just think about that, and when you've come up with your answer, let me know, okay? Unable to say a word, Loco just nods. I exit the car and enter my apartment building. When I turn back and look through the see-through sliding doors, Loco is still parked outside, as if he's trying to figure out the answer to my question. Then his car starts back up and he drives off. When I get to my apartment, I roll into my art studio. It's the same as how I left it last night. Ideas in the form of crumpled up pieces of paper lay scattered on the floor and the canvas is blank. That's irritating. Sitting down in the chair in front of the easel, I touch the blank canvas that's been empty for God knows how long. Why did I become an artist in the first place? I find myself repeating the same question that I had asked Loco. It felt weird giving him the exact advice that I needed to hear. Marbles are weird like that. We help those that are facing similar, if not the same problems we are. However, when it comes to helping ourselves, we don't. Is it because it's just harder to listen to our own advice? Or is it the voices in our head telling us it won't work? Oh, fuck! I'm being very called out here. The greats like Edward Manet wouldn't even think of putting out something like this. Look more at their works and emulate them instead of doing this. The painful, soul-crushing words from my old art professor pop up in my mind. Even though that happened 3 years ago at this point, his words still sting as much as they did back then. My downfall as an artist started when I took that man's class. Up to that point, my art was praised by everyone around me. They all encouraged me to pursue my passions. Even my parents were behind me in going to school to hone my craft. I honestly thought they would be against it. After all, making a stable income as an artist is difficult. But they truly believed that I could make it. Our first assignment was to do a landscape portrait. I did one of the sunset, the beautiful yellow to an orange sky that marked that the day was perfect for this first assignment. You aren't showing me any respect with crap like this, so why should I do the same? Fragments of that unpleasant day began to flash in my head. Even though I thought I did well and captured the sunset perfectly, Professor Manuel thought otherwise. Every artist's brushstroke has a purpose. The late great Van Gogh's was bold and dramatic, which helped express the emotion in the piece. Edward Manet's brushstrokes were loose and quick, yet they blended very well to make a beautiful painting that looked almost realistic. He thought I need to be like other artists he loved, and of course I listened to him. After all, I thought he knew better. I know I'm not the only artist who has had their confidence shattered by someone, but how did they get over it while I'm stuck? Where do I find the strength to move forward again? Can I even find it after so much time has passed? Is it too late for me? Holy shit. I'm being hit very hard right now. We're all losing our marbles right now in more ways than one. Do you think... For fuck's sake, Skylar. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Now's the time he's needed. You know what? Fuck it. Throw that pancreas over here. Oh my god. I think this'll be a good time for us to end. I think this will be a good time for us to end, but I definitely want to continue this game at some point. I wanna see where the Loco route goes, and I just, yeah. But this game is freaking phenomenal so far. Good god. I am genuinely in awe of how, like, just well written everything here is. Oh my god, Scott. She just DM'd me a plushie of a pancreas. Oh my god. He has a name now. This is the first I'm hearing of it. But yeah, this game is, I'm loving this so far. And like, like I said, I would definitely love to do another stream of this at some point where we continue down Loco's route and see where that goes. And while I may not end up streaming them, I would like to check out the other routes at some point, because this game does have interesting characters. Like, all of them have things to like about them, honestly. Pancreas plushies are a thing? Yep. Oh my god. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and close out of the game here. There we go. Alright. We've already got our raid message for the night, so let me go ahead and take care of that. Thanks for stream. You're welcome. Alright, the raid message is going to be my shiny glass ass. And then for our targets, let's see here. Definitely something fresh and different. Heck yeah. I like trying out new things every now and then. This was a nice little game to try out. Let's see. What the fuck? Why is Johnstone still alive? I'm not gonna raid Johnstone, but I just saw that he was still live at this hour, and I'm just like, what the hell are you doing, buddy? I think it's only fitting. I know we already raided John on Monday, but I think it's only fitting that we raid him again, especially considering considering the game that we played tonight. I'm sure you guys understand. Alright, so those of you who tuned in, thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate all of you being here tonight. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Tomodachi Life. Hope you guys are excited. Bye-bye! God damn it, Rainding.